The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
This is very exciting. Today is the 3rd anniversary of Talk Radio since it relaunched. So we're going to play a very special song, and I want to dedicate this song to John Holmes, Sam Delaney, Johnny Gould, and the Full Set Breakfast Show. Here we go. Happy 3rd anniversary, Talk Radio.
You can never know what it's like. Your blood like winter freezes just like ice. And there's a cold and lonely light that shines from you. You wind up like the wreck you hide behind that mask you use. And did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love in a simple way. And if you need to know while I'm still standing, you just fade away. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Once I never could have hoped to win. You're starting down the road and leaving me again. The threats you made were meant to cut me down. And if my love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. No, I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor. Like a little kid.
I've got a mouthful of sausage.
Corner.
I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing.
Shag a pony. Off women's head.
I'm still standing.
You're a pervert.
I'm still standing.
I like mine quite hard, and then I like to put it all in my mouth at once.
I'm still standing.
Kath was a dick.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Is there any way you can make me louder in my ears? I'm very quiet in my ears. I don't know why. It sounds very echoey and quiet. Go and have a fiddle out there. Make it louder in my ears, please.
I'm loud in my ears.
I'm not loud in my ears. I'm up maximum. I'm quiet in my ears. I need it loud, dear listener. 3rd year and counting. God, try and stop me. You cannot stop me. I'm drunk on power. I'm drunk on power. Good evening, dear listener. 0344 499 1000. It sounds very echoey. It does sound very, very odd and very... If that's the best we can do, it's the best we can do. It's what happens when you have different stuff every night. But it sounds shit in my ears, is what I will say. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Remember when John Gaunt said I was going to get the sack? I'm still here 3 years later. I mean, I may not be here next week. There's always that opportunity for things to go awry, but we are still here. So, not a lot to talk about, actually. No, we'll talk about that tattoo guy, a bit boring. Woodstock 50, a bit boring. Very little in the papers. Can we avoid, if possible, I know it's normally open forum here and anything goes, but unless someone's got something brand new to say about Brexit, bless you, unless someone's got something brand new to say about Brexit, let me just see what this guy wants. Hang on. Hey, caller, welcome to the show. They bottled it. Unless, the 3rd time of trying of this sentence. Here we go. Unless someone's got something brand new to say about Brexit. I did actually, well, I was writing a song earlier on called I've Got a Brexit Boner, but I don't think it's in a complete enough state to be broadcast on the fastest growing late night phone-in show in Britain. So we won't be doing that. But unless anyone's got something really different to say about Brexit, can we put Brexit to one side for one night? It's boring, man. It's so boring, man. It's so boring. It's really boring. And also, can we not talk about Owen Rollington? I mean, for some reason we get the overspill of Owen Rollington fans. So can we just let's not even mention Owen Rollington's name on the show, okay? Because hello, Katherine, I'm doing a radio show. Now you're booting up.
I had to restart.
Tell me about it. Hey, so I did something weird today, right, which I've deliberately not told you about, right? I did something weird, and it left me feeling very uncomfortable, and I went back to apologise, and then I stopped. I gave myself a reality check. It's like, whoa, calm down. You don't need to apologise for this. You are genuinely suffering trauma from an horrific car crash that you were involved in, where you saw some really horrible things, and you held a man's hand. So I'm not making light of that. Genuinely, I'm in trauma. And that was what allowed me to walk away from the situation I had created. It's not that bad. Don't worry, it's not that bad. You haven't got to clear up any mess for me, okay? But genuinely, I walked away thinking, man, your head's not in the right place at the moment. Your head's in spin. And I tell you what it is, right? It was kind of an addiction thing. I kind of wanted to act out, right? So I can't take drugs, right? I'm coming 6 days off being a year clean. I think they give you half a spliff for a year. I can't remember. But it's like it's like hash. It's cheap stuff. So I can't have a drink or a drug, right? And I can't act out around sex because I'm working on my attitudes towards sex and my treatment of others. So I can't do that. And I'm not acting out around food as much at the moment. I'm not stuffing my face. I've not bought a big bar of chocolate for about a week. Why do you keep calling and hanging up? Yes, you. Hey, 4975, why do you keep calling and hanging up? And then they've gone again. It's weird. We're being stalked. So the behaviours that I've done in the past to make myself feel better, right, I'm really working at not doing, okay? So the thing that I am now struggling with is buying stuff that I don't really need. It's like yesterday I was putting bids on Dreamcasts, old consoles on eBay. Bids that I knew wouldn't win because I don't really want them, right? So I was putting in bids that got me ahead of everyone else, but I knew that those bids would be superseded or surpassed. Either will do. Both work, both will do. And as you know, I've been looking at CB radios, right? So I really want to buy something thinking, and I really want to buy something thinking it's the thing that will make me want to stop buying stuff because this is the one thing I need, and this will fill the hole that's in my chest. Remember when we talked to Chris Difford from Squeeze about this, and we found out, I mean, he was a big a big drug addict and got clean, and for a while he replaced that with buying stuff, and it was one of the most wonderfully comforting moments I've ever had in an interview, where we both realised that we got a lot of crap in boxes in the boot of our cars. That we both, I said, because I'd never told anyone I'd do that, but used to buy stuff on eBay. I mean, used to, still do, but would put it in when I lived in a marital home. I would keep it secret, so I'd buy stuff on eBay, never open it, and have it in the boot of the car. And when he said that he did that, I'd never heard anyone else say they did that. I thought I was completely nuts and weird and perverted, and it turns out it's a thing. It's a thing. Do you do that, dear listener? You buy stuff on that eBay and Amazon and keep it in the car and don't tell your partner? Anyway, so I really want... Now, I've been thinking for a long time, right, ever since we went and met Keith and the girl, okay, Keith and the girl, who are brilliant and fab, and we love them. They've got a great setup, right, but they've got one bit of kit that I haven't got, and I clocked it the first time we went. I clocked it the second time I went. And I've been thinking about it ever since, thinking, I really want one of those. I'd really like one of those. And that's a good female assistant. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a little bit of joke. little bit of joke.
Keep joking. Wait for the laugh.
Okay, well, they're laughing out there. I can hear them. If you laughed at that, could you... I tell you what, let's just take 10 calls, 5 calls at random, OK? I'm prepared to accept when I'm wrong. And I don't think I am on this one. 5 calls straight to air. 0344 499 1000. Did you laugh at that ever so slightly misogynistic? No, actually, I take the misogynism out of it. It wasn't misogynistic at all. You just happened to be a female.
And you mentioned it. That was part of the joke.
Yeah, to identify that I was talking... Yeah, to identify that I was talking from a male perspective. So I had to say it. So it wasn't misogynistic. It was a little bit of fun.
Oh, hang on a minute. You get to decide whether it's misogynistic. Is that right? The man gets to decide.
The person who made the joke gets to decide.
No.
And by coincidence...
Target of the joke.
That person was a man.
Isn't the joke supposed to be punching up rather than down?
0344 499 1000. Let's just take 5 calls straight to air. Was that joke funny? Yes or no? Let's go to line 1. Line 1, was that joke funny?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's go to line... It's 1-0. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, was that joke funny?
I didn't hear it. I'm ringing about CB radio.
OK, well, we're not... OK. OK, I'm going to take that as 1 for you. Let's go to line 3. Line 3, was that joke funny?
Kath's statement was funnier, boss.
Sorry?
Kath's statement was funnier.
Tell you what, why don't you, instead of you going on speakerphone, why don't you use your hands? That doesn't count, that vote.
Oh.
That vote doesn't count.
I'm surprised.
Well, he didn't say that it wasn't funny.
Well.
Going to need the air freshener again in a second. Let's move on.
You're not going to take any more?
OK, we'll take some more. We'll wait for them. OK, fine. Let's go to line 1. Very busy line tonight. Line 1. Was that joke funny, yes or no?
It was shit.
OK, fair play. That's honest. It's honest. It's honest. That was honest speaking from a caller then. I respect that. Line 1. Was that joke funny, yes or no?
Well, yes, it was very funny indeed. Goodbye.
OK.
It doesn't count. He's made out of felt. He's got someone's hand up his ass.
Oh, OK. Well, haven't we all?
No.
I have.
That would explain the smell.
So, it was a joke. OK? It may have... Some of the... Listen. This is like a comedy improv workshop. I'm like Richard Vranch. This is just a comedy... Paul Merton and friends. Josie Lawrence. Tony Slattery. Before the cocaine... because he's not funny since he stopped. Let's be honest. I don't know. Where is Tony Slattery these days? Let's get him on the show. Great guy. Line 1, yes, was that funny or not?
Absolutely hilarious. Well,
thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
I don't think he meant it.
Let's take line 2. Was that joke funny, yes or no?
I'm still laughing, mate.
There we go. And the person 5479 that keeps hanging up?
Yes, it was hilarious, mate.
Thank you very much indeed. There we go. OK, fine. But it's not the true... Sorry. So the thing that I saw that they had, that Keith and the girl had, that I really wanted...
An audience. And?
I want to say it again.
Go on.
Funny female co-host. It's actually quite mean.
It's really mean.
Really sorry. Just seemed it's an easy line.
It's just... I mean, it's...
Sorry.
It's out there now, isn't it?
Could press the dump button.
It's too late.
Is it?
Yep. They all think it's hilarious.
Not all of them. One guy said it was shit.
Well, this is what happens.
So that was outweighed by the guy who was laughing. Still.
Well, he wasn't really laughing. He was probably drunk.
Probably nuts. I'm really sorry. That was bad.
Well, as long as you're sorry.
I'm not really.
I know.
Should we have the adverts and come back and talk about the mixing desk later?
If you want.
Let's do the adverts, Amy, please.
The late night alternative with that man, Iain Lee. There's no strangers here, just friends you haven't stalked on Facebook yet.
Have never sent my picture to anyone who didn't request it.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Yes.
So the thing that the Keith and the girl had that I spotted the first time and the second time I also clocked, and I've been thinking about it ever since, so this is over 2 years, it was a mixer, an audio mixer, faders and all kinds of stuff, and I just thought, not got one.
I've seen you eyeing those.
Yeah, not got one. Would like one. And so it's been on my mind, thinking, well, it would be handy to have, right? Not actually considered how handy it would be, but anyway, so today I was going to a meeting in London, and I got there an hour early, so I thought I was near a sex shop. The Computer Exchange is pronounced sex. We've discovered that already. Just go back to the previous episodes. And I thought, I'll go down there. I'm going to treat myself to a video game, because I've been a good boy. So I went in there, and I was looking at the video games, and then I started looking at laptops, just thinking, what if there's a cheap laptop I might buy the kids? Just thinking out loud, just thinking. I wasn't going to buy it. I was just looking at them. And then I was looking at the electronics gear, right, and the electrics, and they had now what was it called? Because I need to get the name of this right. They had a Mackie, this is it, a Mackie Pro 12 mixing desk there. So 12-track mixing desk that was stunning, £160. And I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, oh. And I had to kneel down to look at it, because it was very large, thinking, oh. And then I'm Googling it to see what it can do, and you can connect it to a computer with a USB. It's pretty snazzy. It's normally, that 160 is cheap. Normally they go, second-hand, they'll go for about 225. Newer, they're about 280, 300 quid. I was there for 20 minutes Googling it. And I thought, 20 minutes, I got up, I walked out of the shop, walked away, and I felt relief. I thought, not bought it. My heart was going. It was like I was waiting to meet a dealer. My heart was going. I was like, I'm going to buy it. And I walked out. I'm not going to buy it. And I just felt this release. And then I thought, right, I've proven that I don't need to buy it. Right? I've proven that I can walk away from it. So now what I'm going to do, and this is what I do with drugs, I've proven that I'm not going to buy it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to think about it. And then you'd always end up going back buying gear. So I thought, right, I've proven that, so I'm going to sit on a bench and work out realistically if it would be useful to me to have this for when I'm streaming like live TV and, making stuff. Would it be useful for me to have? So I sat on a bench near, on Tottenham Court Road, and I thought, and I was thinking for 10 minutes, and I was Googling it and looking at it and reading up what it can do. So actually doing research, which is unusual for me, right? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Simon will come to you in a bit. And suddenly, I stood up. I got up like this. I slapped my legs. I'm buying it. And I walked back to the shop. And I went straight to the counter, right? And I said to the guy, your Mackie V12 mixing desk. I want it. He said, OK, come and show it to me. So I went over and I said, it's that bad boy there. And I got my card, and I went to sit at the counter and I got my card out. And the guy gets it out, and then he's looking for about 4 or 5 minutes. And he said, I'm really sorry, it comes with a bag. I'm trying to find the bag for you, OK, because it comes with the bag. I was like, all right, fine, no problem. And he asked another guy behind the counter, do you know where the bag would be? And the guy said something, and the guy went, all right, well, I'll go and look downstairs. So he walked off downstairs, and the guy said, look, if I get involved, it'll be somewhere. I said, OK, mate, no worries, fine. And he was gone for about 2 minutes. And then suddenly I'm thinking, what the hell what are you doing? What on earth are you doing in this shop? It will be slightly useful, but only minimally, and you probably don't need it. You can probably do what you want to do without it, right? It's 12 tracks. You'd use 3 maximum, I've worked out. You'd use 3 of the 12 tracks. 160 quid? That's a lot of money. What are you doing? I thought, right, well, I can't wait for the guy to come back. Because he's been gone for ages. He's been looking now for about 8-9 minutes. I can't wait for him to come back and say, I'm really sorry, man. I'm going through trauma. I was in a car crash. I'm an addict, and this is kind of like addict behaviour. And I'm really sorry to waste your time, man. I don't want... Of course, I could have just said, do you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm really sorry. I've changed my... Of course, I could have done that. Do you know what I did?
You liked it.
Not quite. So the guy behind the counter's talking to me. I'm thinking, shit, how do I get out of this? So I reached in my pocket and pulled out my phone. And I went to the guy behind the counter. Just give me a second. Hello? No, what's happened? Oh, no. Is it bad? Really? Whereabouts are you? Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's terrible. Okay. And then I put the phone to my chest and went, really sorry, I've got to go out and take this call. I'll be a few minutes. And I walked out of the shop going, okay. I walked down Tottenham Court Road, carrying on the phone call until I thought I was far enough away. And I put the phone in my pocket and I legged it. And I legged it. And then I got a distance away and I thought, oh, that is nuts. Go back and just tell the guy that you don't want to buy the thing. So then I turned back and then I thought, I'm going to be late for my NA meeting. So I turned back and then as I was walking away, I thought, listen, of all the situations you've been in, at most, that's going to be slightly annoying to them. You've not been rude. You've not been disrespectful. Yeah, you could have just said, actually, I don't want it anymore, and that would have been acceptable. This is not the most nuts thing you've ever done. You're in trauma. This is fine. Just get to a meeting and be safe. But I just found it fascinating. This whole and then I'm looking at them online because I think I could get some use out of it, but maybe I couldn't. I don't know. It just shows, how nuts I am at the moment, right? Because I want my body, my mind, not my body, part of me wants to be not irrational. What am I trying to say? Part of me wants to be not dangerous, but part of me, what's the word? Not
spontaneous.
No, there's a word. Part of me wants to be
irresponsible.
Thank you. That's it. Part of me wants to do something irresponsible and reckless and die in a bit of kit that's a very sexy bit of kit. That would be it. You know, I can't go off and have it off. I can't go and do a line. I can't. There's all these things that I can't do. I don't want to do. So this is the thing. This was the buzz for me was going to buy this, and then the biggest, when I had my relapse, the biggest high was knowing that I was going to score drugs that day. That was the high. Once I had the first line, it was like, shit, here goes another 24 hours of misery. It was the adrenaline of it, right? And this was standing in the shop. It was the adrenaline of, this thing is coming and I'm going to hand over a lot of money and it's going to be fine. And then I didn't buy it. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this because I think it's a funny story, but B, I think that also I'm just a bit nuts at the moment. And I've been a bit nuts particularly. And today, the meeting was very emotional today, and I had a little cry in the meeting. But just being in this shop and being powerless, I'm going back. I'm going to go and buy it. But also now, here's how... We'll start the show properly in a minute. It'll be fun, I promise. Now my head is so messed up because now I'm thinking, well, do I want it? I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I don't trust anything that my head is telling me at the moment. Anyway, I don't know why I'm showing this. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. What do you think of your mate who's an idiot?
I think you recognised it.
Yeah.
And... however you handled it, you got yourself out of the situation, and that's progress.
But I'm probably going to end up buying it.
Here's what I would suggest, and this is just a suggestion.
Toss for it.
No. Leave it 3 days. If you still want it in 3 days, buy it.
Okay. 0344 499 1000. We've got Simon. We've got Nigel. And that anonymous person who kept hanging up is now texting saying, phone me. No. That's not how this works. It's not a phone out show. We might do that one night. It's a phone in show. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio with Iain and Kath.
Experience the unconventional,
Evening, boss.
the unpredictable,
What's happening?
and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
on Talk Radio.
Just apologising to Kath because I've revealed intimate details of just how nuts I am. It's the thrill of going there is the buzz. As I think it is for a lot of addicts. And then, well, actually, for a lot of addicts, maybe it's the actual when you get it in your hand and then you take it home and then you realise. I don't know. Listen, here's the thing, right? Some of you may have found that boring. Deal with it. This show is my psyche. Here's the thing. We're all struggling to get through life, okay? And we're all struggling in our own way. And some of us are sailing through it and having great times. And some of us are having to do a couple of steps and then stop and then do another step and then stop. We're all trying to get through it in our own way. And I guess the reason I'm sharing that slightly weird story is to show you that if you do weird stuff, you are not alone. That's what it is for. To show you that, we're all a little bit nuts. Even idiots that have been on the telly can be a little bit nuts, I think, is the thing there. Let's go to Simon, first of all. Good evening, Simon.
Hello, you two. All right?
Yeah, very well, thank you, Simon. What have you got?
Good. I wanted to talk CB radio with you, but before I do...
Yes?
Can I get a little bit personal with you?
You certainly can.
When, as I've said to you before, I suffer with depression and stuff, and when I'm on a downer or my tablets aren't working or I've stopped taking them to whatever, my depression manifests itself in different ways. It's always in negatives, though. So I've had periods of tearfulness. I've had periods of anger. I've had just different sort of bad traits. Now, I'm wondering, because of what you're saying, because you went back on your meds recently, didn't you?
Yes, mate.
And I'm wondering if you're just readjusting. So you're doing a similar thing, but kind of the opposite, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no. I don't know. Here's the thing. It's such an unusual time for me in the last... Since whenever my divorce came through, December 21st, I think it was, there has been a succession of really big... horrendous, horrible events. Some of them brought on by me. I take full responsibility. And some of them just circumstances. So, and I also came off meds, and then I went back on meds. So I've got no idea what's real and what's not, and what's up and what's down. I've got no idea. I don't know. And also, the world is nuts anyway, with Brexit and... that everything seems to be in a very strange position.
Well, all I'm going to say, because obviously I'm not a doctor and I can't tell anyone what to do or anything like that, but all I would say to you, from a person who follows you on the radio, because when you weren't on your tablets, right, it was fairly apparent because of you sort of sounded different. You know what I mean?
Well, it sounded different. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, CB radios.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Just one last thing. Stop beating yourself up, mate.
Okay.
That's sorted.
It's okay. I appreciate it. Good, thank you. CB radios.
Right. I've got one in my car.
Of course you have.
And, listen, back in the 80s, okay, CB radio was all there was, because there was obviously no technology back then.
Well, there was some technology.
But all... Eh?
There was some technology.
Well, yeah, but there was no Facebook.
I'm wearing lipstick, by the way, tonight.
You're what, sorry?
Has my lipstick come off?
It's coming off, yeah.
Oh, no. I was wearing lipstick.
Wear some Saturday. I'll give you a kiss.
Okay, thank you very much.
What's happening Saturday?
So, well...
I don't know. Go on, tell us about your bloody CB radio, come on!
I'm talking about it, man.
Come on, then!
That was like the 1980s version of Facebook, wasn't it, CB? But all you ever got on there was people that were talking about how well they were getting out, and trying to arrange fights, threatening people. Yeah?
Arrange fates?
Fights.
Fights. Okay. What about 69? What was a 69? I want to 69 you.
We can do that Saturday as well if you want.
I don't know what's happening Saturday. I'm going to a mate's birthday party Saturday. I don't know what you're up to.
Oh, yeah, Sunday, sorry.
Thank you. Now, what do they call it when you wanted to meet up with someone? It was a 69er, wasn't it?
No, it was an eyeball.
An eyeball! God, sorry, yes, an eyeball.
Yeah. Now, fast forward 40 years, right? 30 years, 40 years.
Okay.
And exactly the same conversations are taking place, just a hell of a lot less of them. Nobody actually really talks about anything on them. All they want to know is, am I getting out? Am I getting out okay?
But here's the thing. Here's what I think, right? This is what I want to get a CB radio for.
Yeah.
Is to wind people up. I want to go on there and do some good old-fashioned 1980s 11-year-old boy trolling. I don't want to troll 11-year-old boys. I'm talking about when I was an 11-year-old boy and we managed to get someone's older brother's CB radio. We just go on there and we just wind people up. That's what I want to do.
But there's a guy local to me, right, who is the ultimate CB radio troll.
I'd out-troll him. Yes?
All he does, and this is all he does, is he keys the mic.
No, that's not ultimate trolling. That's no. That's low level. That's low level trolling.
But nobody else can get out.
Well, then you just go on a different channel. No, that's low level trolling. Ultimate trolling is well. The ultimate troll. Well, you've got very low standards in trolling, Simon. My standards are significantly higher. My trolling would have people driving to meet me in car parks that didn't exist for punch-ups. That's what my trolling would have. My trolling would cause divorce. My trolling would involve children asking their parents if they're adopted. My trolling would destroy families. That's what my trolling would do, Catherine. That. Thank you, Simon. That is high-level trolling, not just key in the mic.
I don't think we should weaponise you.
No, I need something. Let's go to Nigel.
Could someone get me some water, please?
Oh, it's Alan Partridge.
Could someone get me some water, please?
Hello, Alan.
Hello.
Have you actually watched any Alan Partridge, or just the trailer?
I only watched the trailer.
Oh, okay, yeah. do it again. It's very funny. Go on, do it again.
Someone get me some water, please.
It's actually quite good.
Someone get me some water, please.
Now, how would Frank Spencer sound if he was asking for some water?
Someone get me some water, please, Betty. We'll get a bit of trouble. Ooh.
Good work, Nige.
Hey?
Hello, Nigel from Maidstone.
Hello.
Blessings, season's greetings.
What? Who are you on the radio? Who are you?
Now you just sound
I'm going to do something. Hello, Ian. I'm going to do something different tonight.
Is it going to be entertaining?
Yes. Well, you've got to guess which room. This is through the keyhole on the radio.
Yeah.
And you've got to guess which room I'm in, and then you get a brownie point.
Oh, okay. That sounds like fun. Is it the lavvy?
Fun, is it?
Are you in the lavvy?
I'm going to walk round the house, and you've got to guess where do you think I am now?
Are you in the lavvy?
No. I'm in the front room at the moment.
Oh, well, you just told us!
Oh, sorry.
We're supposed to guess!
Hang on, we should start again. Ask yourself, who lives in a house like this as we go through the Nige hole?
Oh, I don't want to go through Nigel's hole.
Who lives in a house like this as we go through Nigel's household?
What?
Nigel's household? Wowzers.
Through your household.
So where do you think I am now, Ian?
Sorry?
Where do you think I am? I'm just going down the passage of the hall, just going into my bedroom.
Right. Are you in your bedroom?
Not yet. Can you hear that squeak?
Yes, I can. What is that? Is that your knob?
Well, my door wants oiling.
Okay. It's your door, is it? Okay. Oh.
I've got something to tell you. That's what I rang up about.
Are you in your bedroom?
Not yet. I'm just going to switch the lights. There we go.
There we go. Are you in your bedroom now?
I'm in my bedroom now, yeah.
Oh, we're all in Nigel's bedroom.
Here we go.
This is a first of me sitting on the bedroom on the radio.
It's a first, yep. What have you got to tell us tonight? What have you got to tell us tonight, Big Nige?
I had a meeting with Helen Grant.
Oh.
This afternoon.
The MP?
Yeah, and I got to know her quite well, and she was a lovely lady. And so I've got to next week. I've got to see a social worker. They're gonna call. I've got to meet a social worker and meet the social worker at Helen's place, which is okay, isn't it?
No. It's not okay. This is brilliant, Nigel. This is
brilliant. Yeah,
this is absolutely brilliant.
They want me to keep coming to see them, as a friend as well. So I've got some friends. They want me to be friends with them.
Now, here's the thing, Nigel. When you're talking to the social worker, you have to share everything with them that you've shared with us about you being hungry, about me buying you food for a week because you didn't have any food in, about your worries about the phone.
And take the bills with me.
Take all the bills, the phone bill, the electricity, about pawning your mum's stuff.
Tell them that you were so cold you stayed in bed that day.
You got to tell them all of that.
Yeah, of course.
The depression, how you miss mum, how you're lonely.
Yeah.
Tell them all of that. The more they know, the more they can help you, okay?
Helen told me to stop worrying, she said. That was a...
Helen Grant, ladies and gentlemen, I mean...
Stop worrying, but...
She sounds like... honestly, Nigel, she's your MP, right? If she is taking an interest in you like this, she's right then to say, don't worry. She's right. I'm thoroughly impressed by her. This is a big thing for an MP to do, man.
I took my photo albums of me singing on stage and drumming, all the stuff I've done, the entertainment,
Good.
and pictures of Mum as well.
Good.
And so she was impressed by my photos that Mum took.
Good.
And so I'm going back into the front room now.
Okay.
We're back into the keyhole now.
Well, I'm going to send Helen a little DM and say...
Frank Spencer's voice.
Yeah, go on.
So I do it in Frank Spencer's voice. Well, we're going down the passage now, Betty. Going down the passage, Betty.
Okay.
Let's go a bit quicker. Quicker, faster, Betty.
Someone's...
I knew he was in a good mood.
Someone's sounding a little bit perky. Hey, Nigel, what's the chance of getting a Carrick Fergus out of you?
Pardon?
What's the chance of squeezing a Carrick Fergus out of you?
Right, I haven't got my thing fixed up.
Can't you do it Acapulco?
I can sing you another song, can't I?
Of course you can.
Yeah, so I've told you everything about...
Good. Tell you what, let me play some... Nigel, let me play some adverts. When we give you a couple of minutes to think of a song...
Yeah.
Then when we come back, you can sing it, all right?
Okay.
Nice one. Well, Helen Grant MP. Well done, her. Very, very classy move. Very classy move. I'm blown away by that. I'm blown away by that. That's I'm
welling up a bit.
I am. And yes, everyone, we get it. Nigel is in a privileged position in as much as he's got us shouting for him. Would someone else get the same treatment? We don't know, right? We don't know. Of course, the system is flawed, but let's enjoy this little moment of someone doing something good. I don't mean us. I mean of Helen, of an MP doing something for a member of their community. All right, so let's just enjoy that moment. That is great. And you know, if Helen Grant MP, if you want to tweet her and say thanks, I'm sure she'd appreciate that. I'm certainly going to send her a little private message because that is brilliant. Nigel, stay there. We're going to get a song from you after this.
The late night lip service for lovers, loners, and lounge lizards.
Yeah, well, where exactly is your accent from?
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
I've forgotten your name already. Excuse me.
On Talk Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome live from one of the rooms in his house, let's hope it's not his back passage, singing for us tonight, all the way from Maidstone, it's Nigel!
Oh, hi, Iain. I've got something else to tell you.
Oh, Nigel, we were all set for the big song! Go on.
I know, but I must tell you, I've got a picture on her Twitter, on Helen Grant's Twitter, that she took a photo.
Oh.
Well, she didn't. Someone else took a photo of us to go. I can't get it. Can you check it out now?
I'm looking.
On Twitter.
Hang on a minute. Let's have a little look.
Helen Grant on Twitter. You did it before. You've spoken to her.
I know. We're on top. Let's have a little look.
Then I'm going to sing to Sinatra in a minute.
She hasn't posted a picture yet.
Oh, it's not on there yet, but it will be because her secretary took it. A young lady.
Unless you're a young black woman, which I don't think you are. No, I don't. Well, it's not up there yet, but let's see how it goes. What song are you going to sing for us tonight, Nige?
This one now. This is Sinatra video. I'm just going to join in. You'll be able to hear me join in.
Beautiful. I can't wait, buddy.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Turn the volume up.
Oh,
Nigel.
Oh.
I must sacrifice anything come what might for the sake of having you near in spite of the warning voice that comes in the night and repeats and repeats.
Oh, hello? Nigel? Hello, Nigel? And normal service is resumed.
Wake up to reality. And each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Sinatra and his music. A man and his music. Is that all right?
It was lovely.
The next bit's coming up. Hang on.
I'm sorry.
The vice anything come what might for the sake of having you near in spite of the warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know you thought you never can win? Why'd you wake up to mentality? Wake up to mentality. And each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got you, baby,
we've just about
under
got you.
my skin.
Nigel! Thank you, Nigel!
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Nigel. Thank you very much. By the way, can I just say, right, please tweet Helen Grant. Please don't tweet. I can see a few of you tweeting. I don't normally like Tories, but please don't. I mean, it's up to you what you tweet, but you know what? That ain't helpful. This isn't about politics. This isn't about party politics. This is about, you know, someone who's part of the show and has been part of phone-in radio for 20-odd years, getting a break when they're at their lowest. Please don't tweet. I've seen 3 tweets now saying, "Hey, Helen, I normally think Tories are scum, but what you've done is..." It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you don't have to. Just think about it before you send it. I appreciate you sending supportive tweets, but it doesn't help. It doesn't add anything, I don't think. So I wouldn't tell you what to tweet, but please, please, please. I just makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. It feels like a backhanded compliment. It feels like you're saying thanks and then slapping them a little bit, and there's no need for it. There's no need for it. You know, my politics quite well. I've not made a point of saying, hey, you, because it's irrelevant in this. She is doing the job, and she's doing it in a really classy style. And I just worry that if there's any hint of snark from us, from our team, and by that I mean you, dear listener, I mean me and Kath as well, we're being very careful about what we say. If there's any hint of snark that could cause someone who's, not just Helen, but cause someone who's helping us to go, oh, well, I'm getting...
Yeah, we don't want her to feel pressurised doing it. She's doing it because... I think she's doing it because she's someone who's got a sense of public duty, and she's a good woman, and she's doing a bit. She doesn't, like you say, she doesn't need it.
So just easy.
Her and her assistant have played an absolute blinder. Right?
I'm blown away.
I've been doing similar things, not all the time, but it comes up.
Steve Baker.
It comes up now and again, right, where I have to get in touch with MPs and ask them for help. Sometimes they help. Sometimes they never respond. Sometimes I really have to push, right? I didn't have to do that with Helen. She was straight on it. As soon as she saw my message, she went into action. And not only did she say she was going to do something, she started doing it. And listen to Nigel tonight.
What a difference. And also, as you said, Kath, early on, she's kind of quite busy right now. They're all kind of quite busy right now. So the speed at which she's acted. So I would just urge you, listen, you tweet what you want to tweet, guys. It's not up to me. But I just think going in with a slight comment like that, I just don't think it helps. This isn't about whether you vote Tory or Labour or... It's not... You all sound a bit like Jeremy Corbyn walking out because Chuka-Ramuna's in the room. You know what I mean? Just sit in the room with Chuka-Ramuna. Doesn't matter, all right? Just sit in the room, shake his hand. Be the big man, offer to make Chuka-Ramuna a cup of tea.
Here's the thing. Can we just accept that something nice has happened?
Yes.
I mean, God, it happens so rarely. Let's enjoy it.
Let's go to Steve. Good evening, Steve.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Steve.
Is that me, yeah?
Are you Steve?
Oh, sod off. I knew you'd say something like that.
Well...
I'm a first-time caller, but
you sod off.
You pretty much every night.
It's not going great so far.
I owe you a massive apology.
For the beginning of this phone call?
No.
Go on.
Let's go back to the owl days, let's say.
Okay.
The old days, owl days. When you were attacked by an owl?
Okay, yes.
And you made a statement on the radio. And I'd only been listening to you for about a month.
Oh.
Enjoyed your programme, obviously, and your sense of humour and your wit and everything.
Funny guy, witty guy.
But we've also got an affiliation because I'm in recovery, let's say.
Okay, good luck. Well done.
And then you made this statement about the owl attack.
Yes.
And your words pretty much were, all my listeners, go out and kill an owl.
Yes. Got some great pictures back from people. Thank you for the support.
I do apologise, but I actually reported you for that to the RSPCB.
Well,
and what did they say?
What came of it? I don't know. They did say. I'll
tell you what came of it. I'll tell you what came of it. They came and visited me.
Oh, go away.
Yeah, the RSPB. The RSPB came to Talk Radio and visited me, and they embarrassed me in front of my boss. They embarrassed me in front of the team that works on this show, and I am currently in a very expensive legal dispute about whether I can get my canaries back or not. Because it's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. I'm glad you find it funny.
I'll tell you what.
I had Terry and June.
Until you mentioned canaries, I was taking you dead serious.
But why are canaries funny? My granddad grew canaries. My mum grew canaries. I grew canaries. I've got Terry and June. They're the only ones I got. Well, except I haven't got them.
My father-in-law doesn't grow canaries. I don't know many people who grows canaries.
I grows canaries.
My father-in-law breeds canaries. Anyway, that's by the by.
Well, I grows canaries, but I don't grows canaries anymore because they've been taken off me by the RSPB. So thanks a lot, you humorless dolt.
There's no need for the insults. I'm here to apologise.
You're a humorless dolt that has had my birds that I've been growing taken off me.
I've never had your birds.
I didn't say you'd had my birds.
You just did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't, you humorless dolt.
Okay, anyway. I literally phoned up to apologise.
It's not gone very well. I don't accept your apology.
Okay, well, what do we do for that? Apologise for that? No.
Are you the guy that was phoning up and hanging up earlier on?
I've never actually phoned you before in my life, swear down. Never actually phoned you. In fact, the first time I've cut you off was last night when you started saying, we're only asking one question, and I thought, is this for real?
God, so listen, you don't get the show. You just don't get the art of the show.
Of course I do.
Well, that's you've given me two examples when you haven't.
I thought this
you're a humorless
I
dolt.
to myself when I made this call.
You're rude.
I'm not letting this guy twist me.
No,
you're doing a bloody good job.
No, well, because it's easy because you're rude and thick.
No, I'm not thick.
You know you are. God, no, you are. You're one of the thickest.
I've got B-level maths. I'm not thick.
Well, you're one of the thickest I've ever spoken to, and that's saying something.
Can I just interrupt you for 1 second?
Can I just cut you off?
Hello.
Thank you. That from the moment the gates were opened, that apology was never going to go well. Thanks to that humorless dolt. He took offence at humorless dolt. Thanks to that humorless dolt, Terry and June, that regular listeners will know are my two canaries that I've been growing, don't live with me anymore. Because that guy reported me to the RSPB. Well, Steve, I don't want you listening anymore. I don't want you phoning anymore. I don't want you anywhere near me anymore, you goddamn piece of trash. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Katherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over there by the tomatoes, and here he come, running through the pole beans, through the fruits and vegetables, naked as a jaybird. And I hollered over to Ethel. I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" And it's too late. She'd already been incensed.
Here he comes.
Boogie-da, boogie-da.
There he goes.
Boogie-da, boogie-da.
And he ain't wearing no clothes.
Oh, yes, they call him the street.
Boogie-da, boogie-da.
Fastest thing on 2 feet.
Boogie-da, boogie-da.
He's just as proud as he can be. His anatomy, he gon' give us a peek. Oh, yes, they call him the street.
Boogie-da, boogie-da.
He likes to show off his physique.
Boogie-da, boogie-da.
If there's an audience to be found, he'll be streaking it round, inviting public critique. This is your Action News reporter once again, and we're here at the gas station. me, sir, did you see what happened?
Yeah, Dave. I was just in here getting my tires checked, and he just appeared out of the traffic. Just come streaking around the grease right there. Didn't have nothing on but a smile. I looked in there, and Ethel was getting her cold drink. I hollered, "Don't look, Ethel!" And it's too late. She'd already been mooned. Flashed her right there in front of the shop absorber.
He ain't rude.
Boogity, boogity.
He ain't rude.
Boogity, boogity.
He's just in the mood to run in the nude.
Well, yes, they call him the street.
Boogity, boogity.
He likes to turn the other cheek.
Boogity, boogity.
He's always making the news. Wearing just his tennis shoes. Guess you could call him unique.
Once again, your Action News reporter in the booth at the gym covering the disturbance at the basketball playoff. Pardon me, sir, did you see what happened?
Yeah, Dave. Halftime, I was just going down there to get Ethel a snow cone. Here he come, right out of the cheap seats, dribbling, right down the middle of the court. Didn't have on nothing but his PAs. Made a hook shot and got out through the concession stand. I hollered up at Ethel. I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" It was too late. She'd already got a free shot. Grandstand. Right there in front of the home plate.
Well, yes, they call him the street.
Here he comes again.
Who's that with him? Ethel! Is that you,
He's
Ethel?
just as proud as he can be.
What do you think you're
Looking
doing?
at me, he gon' give us a
You get
peek.
your cold dog!
Well, yes, they call him the street.
Ethel, where you go?
He likes to show off his physique.
Ethel, you shameless bastard!
If there's an audience to be found, he'll be streaking it round, inviting public critique.
0344 499 1000. I've just seen a story online. Yeah, you should go spin on the Mirror online, and Brian Harvey is not in a great place. I don't want to read the story because it's private, but he's, Brian Harvey's not in a great place. And I'd had a little chat with Brian Harvey, the singer from E17, and I'd had a little chat with him maybe a year ago, a few months ago, I don't know. Time is so elastic. Because I'd met him a couple of times. I did a couple of jobs with him. I did an awful TV pilot with him and maybe something else. I can't remember. And I messaged him and just, to reach out for him because he seems to be struggling with mental health a little bit. And I wanted to see if he just wanted to chat either on air or off air. And we had a lovely chat on the phone where he said, "Look, I'm not going to come on air because it's owned by Murdoch and he's one of the people that I'm against." And I said, "That's cool, man. I get it. But just want you to know that if you talk to me, I work for the guy, but I'm freelance and this is, I'm not part of, I'm a small part of that machine, And we had a really, really nice chat where he explained a lot of things to me about how he's feeling and about a lot of his fears and a lot of his concerns about being stitched up by the media, which he has, I think, to a certain extent, and lots of other bits and pieces. Really interesting chat and a really nice guy. So I wonder if it's there. I haven't got his number. I had his number, so we were WhatsApping each other, and I haven't got his number, and I've deleted. I think the conversation is either deleted or when I moved on to this new phone, I didn't keep. I haven't got his number. I've got his email, so I've just sent him an email just saying if he's all right. But it doesn't look like he's in a good place, and he's a nice guy. He's Anyway, let's just keep our fingers crossed. We don't want to lose someone else, man. Right, onwards and upwards. 03444 99 1000. The late night alternative. Good evening, Katherine Boyle.
Hello.
You've been very quiet this evening.
I haven't.
Okay, well, there's that famous northern sass that we've come to love. Well, thank you very much for that contribution. Let's go to Shane. Good evening, Shane.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Shane. Yes? Hello?
Stuff that makes me happy.
Yes?
Leonid and Friends, which is a Russian covers band.
Okay.
Now you choose the song that you want to hear them playing.
I can choose any song.
Yeah.
They've
any song that...
Okay. Okay.
YouTube.
Sorry?
YouTube any song that you like.
Oh, I have to YouTube it?
Yeah, of course.
So I've got to type in, what? What do you mean? Hang on, what?
Repeat.
What?
Leonid and Friends.
Do I have to type that in?
Yes.
I've got to do all the bloody work. Leonid.
Did you even ask for this?
And Friends, yeah.
Which is a Russian covers band.
And then what? I can type in any song I want.
No. Then you choose the song that they've covered, and then you can choose. I like September by them.
Okay.
Because it's Earth, Wind and Fire.
Okay. Okay. I don't really. Well, they all seem to be covers of Chicago songs.
Yeah. Well,
that kind of narrows the choice down a little bit. We've got to do songs by Chicago.
No, September is Earth, Wind and Fire.
So they're all by... I don't know the song September, so I won't know how different it is from the original.
You do know it.
How do I go?
Do you remember?
Exactly.
That one.
I don't know that.
You don't remember?
No, I don't know it.
You will.
Well, you will when you've heard it.
Play it.
But I won't, because I'll hear a version that I'm assuming sounds wildly different from... Did you just... What happened there?
What was that? Whoop.
Repeat.
Do you remember?
Okay, right. Well, I don't know the song, but let's listen to their wildly different version. Here we go. This is... I can see why you like it. The Girl in the Yellow Top. So I'm assuming that's wildly different from the original of a song I've never heard.
Well, it's different visually.
Hang on a minute. The song is different visually, which is a weird sentence anyway, but I'm going to continue the sentence when we play it on the radio. An oral medium.
Okay. Orally, it's different because his accent is very different.
Right, hang on a minute. Right, we have to do a side-by-side comparison. Now, excuse me. Yeah. Right, so we go to YouTube. Okay, and it's September by Earth, Wind and Fire, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, right, we're going to do a side-by-side. We're going to have an A-B, and then we're going to have a side-by-side. Okay, so this is... Hang on a minute, let's... hang on a second.
You're going to pay royalties.
Yeah, well, you're going to pay the royalties. You asked for these songs to be played. Royalties comes out of your pocket, weirdo.
No.
Oh, oui. So, da. Here we go. Right. Okay, so this is the original. All right, you're right. Visually, it's different. These guys are black. And there's no hot woman in a yellow top. Well, there's a guy. Here we go.
Do you remember?
The internet, of course, is slowing down now fast. You're right, visually, one's black, the others are white.
Do you remember?
Okay, so they sound the same. Here we go.
Do you remember?
This is the Russians. Here's Earth, Wind and Fire. Here's the Russians. Earth, Wind and Fire. The Russians. Okay, the Russian one is ever so slightly faster, and they're white. Thanks so much for your call, Shane. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
It was all his. What was that?
I don't know. Can we have that last 5 minutes back, please?
Can we have the whole last 30 minutes back? I've got no idea what's going on.
Imagine Shane alone watching his YouTube videos of that.
I know why he's watching it, but... OK, right, it's adverts, please.
Set free your mind. Let your fancy take flight. Conversation gets curiouser by the glow of moonlight.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I've just lost the will. Let's hope Simon can bring that will back. Good evening, Simon.
Good evening, how are you?
None of your business. What have you got for us?
A couple of things. What have you done with Nigel?
Sorry?
What have you done with Nigel? Have you substituted him?
For?
What a total difference it was from last night.
Yeah, wasn't it? Wasn't it? It was absolutely heartwarming, I think is the word.
Absolutely incredible.
Yep. It's good work. That's down to his local MP, guys, and the effort that she is making. So hats off to Helen Grant MP. No, it's good. It's good. It's a real relief. I honestly, me and Kath are absolutely thrilled that he sounded so... From the start, when he sounded so more buoyant, I thought, hang on, this could be... Is he trying to hide something? No, he's in a good mood.
I won't be totally happy until I see that things are changing for the better, right?
We're not done. We're not done. We're not done.
This is a huge step.
Definitely. We're not done, but this is a huge step, yeah.
No, absolutely brilliant. And just the second thing, I've had my diagnosis of my cancer.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. You phoned us the other day.
Yes.
But didn't come on air. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's right. It is cancer. It's not terminal, thank God.
Okay, so what is it? What's the deal?
It's in my mouth and possibly my throat. So we just wait and see, do more tests and stuff. Otherwise, I do radiotherapy, or they go all Hannibal Lecter on my face.
Yes, blimey.
But it's one of those things. But I just want to say, I've had a really shitty year.
Yeah.
But I try to remain positive, and a lot of people are worse off than me. And if people can remain positive, concentrate on that, not on negative, then life is so much easier.
Well, hang in there, man. Let us know how it goes, and they can sort it out, can't they?
Yeah.
Good. Well, do what the doctor says and get it fixed.
I hopefully will do.
Nice one, man. All right. Well, thanks for the update, Simon. It's appreciated.
Yeah, cheers, then.
All right, cheers,
Thanks,
man. Thank you very much indeed. Ah, man, I need a pee.
Go on, then.
No, I'm not going to go for a pee now. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. What have you got, Katherine?
What I have got is... Hang on.
Yep.
I've got 2 pages open with things on, and I'm opening this one now.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry. There's no thinks we're a professional show,
right.
For crying out loud.
Loads of people got sidelines, right?
Yeah.
And students doing things to make up their money and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
And people working from home, who've got kids or whatever. Loose Women star Lisa Maxwell's daughter, 19...
Yes.
reveals how she pays her university fees out of £300,000 she has made from a website selling traditional English children's names to Chinese parents.
What the hell?
Yes!
How does that work?
Here we go. Teenage daughter of Loose Women star Lisa Maxwell has revealed she made £300,000 helping Chinese parents pick an English name for their children, and says she intends to use the money to pay for university fees. I can't read tonight.
We had a glass of wine at Nando's.
Bo Jessup, 19, has named more than 677,000 babies so far.
We'll name a baby. Do you want a baby name? Give us a call. We'll do it.
Also plans to invest in property. She studies social anthropology at London School of Economics Since setting up her company at 16, it's gone from strength to strength. She even gave a TEDx talk about the business.
Wow, good for her. This is brilliant. This is genius.
Listen to this. So, Bo set up specialname.cn after spending time in China and travelling with her father. One of his business associates, a Mrs. Wang, asked for help in naming her 3-year-old daughter. And when Bo suggested Eliza after Eliza Doolittle, the woman was delighted.
Mrs. Wang, are you sure you've got that right and that's not Wong?
It's Wang.
You haven't got it Wong?
Eliza Wang.
So you've got that right. You've definitely not got that Wong?
No.
It's not Wong?
No.
It's right. It's not Wong?
It's Wang.
It's not Wong?
No.
It's right.
All Chinese babies are given a traditional Chinese name at birth, which is written in Chinese characters and used for all the government documents.
Of course it is. We know that. It's China.
But there's been a growing demand in the last 20 years to adopt an additional English name that can be read, pronounced and printed in English.
Oh, nice.
Bo says she was dismayed at some of the names she heard when she was out there, like Popcorn and Gandalf. The former Cheltenham Ladies' College pupil said at the time, when I went to China, I kept being asked to name babies for my parents' friends. They explained an English name is vital because you can't use a Chinese name on email or a university application to the UK. Your English name stays with you for life.
Yeah.
But I also heard lots of examples where people had chosen culturally inappropriate English names they'd heard from films or read online.
Oh.
And it made me realise there was an opportunity to help Chinese people get it right from the start.
Wow.
To solve the problem, Bo developed Special Name to suggest culturally appropriate English names to prospective parents based on their ideals and aspirations. Do you know what? It doesn't sound... She sounded like a chancer at the start, but...
No, she sounds like an absolute genius. Good for her. This is brilliant.
It reflects the Chinese tradition for creating names unique for their children. Yeah. So the website invites parents to select from a list of 12 personality traits, including sensitive, honest and confident, to best describe their aspirations for their babies. The site then analyses the choices and suggests a short list of 3 culturally appropriate names. The short list is presented along with their meaning and famous namesakes, such as Grace Kelly or Katherine Middleton. Oh. The site then shares the short list of suggested names with friends and family via messaging giant WeChat, which is China's equivalent of WhatsApp, inviting help in making the final choice. The naming service costs the equivalent of 60p for 3 names and takes just over 3 minutes from start to finish. And so far, the website has made 309,000...
big
hang
number,
on.
big number.
It's
a big number. It's late at night. It's a big number. What do you expect from us?
All right. 309,557.40. What's that? 309,557 pounds 40
pence
from the babies named. And after making their choice, users are sent a naming certificate to keep. Parents are also encouraged to post their baby's picture on the website. That's incredible. That is incredible. She's made all that money out of a really simple yet cracking idea. 60p. 60p is all it costs.
60p. So just so you get an email saying Dave.
Yeah.
Susan.
Actually, my Chinese friend was called Kwon Ki, but his name was Dave.
Wouldn't it be great if she was just sending that Dave and Susan to everyone? That would be the genius thing. That's great, man.
Oh, good idea.
We need
a 60p idea.
We need a 60p idea. If you've got a baby and you want it named,
if you want anything named,
we'll name stuff. Of course, we will. 60 pence. 60 pence. We could make £1.80 by the end of the night if we're lucky. That could be something. 0344. The switchboard is surprisingly empty. I wonder why. I mean, the last few calls have been not Simon, but the few before that have been decidedly ropey. 0344 499 1000. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Stimulating nightly emissions guaranteed to open your eyes and your mind.
Oh, my word. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You'll be very, very welcome to. Switchboard's empty. Should we just wait for a call?
Yeah.
Should we just ride the vibe and see what happens?
Yeah.
Let's play some thinking music. And let's just mute our mics while we play some thinking music and we wait for a call to come through. think we're going to regret taking this call, but we're going to have a go. Hello, line 1, you're on the wireless. They bottled it. There we go. I mean, that was hardly
going on?
That was hardly worth the time of day, was it? For crying out loud, guys. Let's try this one. Hello, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hiya.
Hello.
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 Ian. Is that you, Ian?
Yes.
Hi, listen, man, first time caller here, just driving. I heard you were looking for a call.
Yes, OK, we were kind of hoping for a call that we could hear properly.
Well, I'm mobile.
Right. But it doesn't sound... It doesn't sound great.
Oh, can't help that, partner, sorry.
OK.
Listen, what was what?
Yes.
Sorry?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello there? Jesus. OK, goodbye!
I'm alive.
What was that?
What the hell? What the hell is going on with people tonight? Where's this strange vibe that's going on with people? What the hell has happened to good, old-fashioned phone-in radio where we get decent callers who have things to say? Where are the newspapers?
Didn't you bring them in?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
We'll wait. We'll wait. I might have some of them here. Let's have a little look. You can go on, mate. Thank you very much. Let's have a little look. Sorry, guys. It's more slapdash than usual, if I'm completely honest. It's more slapdash than it usually is. I haven't got any of the papers. I'm going to be honest. There's not really a lot in the papers today anyway. It's all a little bit... there's a thing about ball bag. There's a... You know, let's try Nelly. Good evening, Nelly.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
I listened back to yesterday's show earlier on.
It was a good show, one of the best, yes.
I have a bit of a bone to pick.
Pick your bone.
Well, after my unsuccessful call...
Very poor bowl quiz.
I was called a bigot.
Yeah, because you don't respect certain bowls just because they don't have the right things in them.
Hang on. No, hang on. I'm going to say, I'm not a bigot. Some things belong in bowls.
Oh.
Some things don't.
That's what a bigot would say.
Here's the thing. You think kidneys belong in kidney bowls, you absolute bell end. Bell cheese.
And?
Kidneys don't go in kidney bowls. They're called kidney bowls because they're the shape of kidneys. You don't put kidneys in there. So your whole thing was flawed.
Kidneys go in kidney bowls.
No, they don't.
They used to.
No, they didn't. They never did. They never did. Well, they put a giant kidney that would fit in perfectly. Kidneys never went in kidney bowls.
Ages ago they did.
We can argue the toss.
Really long time ago.
We can argue the toss, but you're wrong.
You're embarrassing yourself, mate.
Because they used to... Anyway, forget about that.
Can't.
Because maybe I was wrong. Okay, fair enough. But I'm not a bigot.
Prove it.
I respect people of all walks of life. I respect all types of cutlery, plates. But
do you respect knives?
Well, they're a bit annoying, but they're all right.
Do you respect the cut-off?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's go to line 2. Yes, line 2. God. I'm so tempted just to knock all the... Is it a full moon? Someone's saying it's a full moon. Is it? Hello?
Hello, is that Ian?
Yeah, who's that?
Tony.
Oh, no, thanks, Tony. Not on this show. Guy who didn't get answered when he caught using his number, so he's gone withheld. I see. Oh, God. The Shawshank Redemption Pretty Woman and Jurassic Park have been voted the best 3 movies of the 1990s by British film lovers. Obvious, lazy choices. Shawshank isn't that good.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you enjoyed it. It's enjoyable. It's not that good. Others featured in the top 40 most popular films include The Matrix, Pulp Fiction, The Lion King, and 10 Things I Hate About You. What's that?
Oh, okay. I think 10 Things I Hate About You was like a modern teen adaptation of The Taming of the Shrew.
Okay.
With Heath Ledger.
Oh, blimey.
And what was her name? She was massive at the time.
Okay.
No.
Yep. Thank you.
Hang on. 10 Things. What was her name? Julia Stiles, is it?
No, there's no
Does that ring a bell?
There's no such woman as called
Yes,
Julia
there is.
Stiles. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was her. Yeah, Julia Stiles. You recognise her?
Never seen her in my life.
Anyway, it was charming, but I probably watched it once.
Brits are in no doubt Steven Spielberg is the best director of the 90s, with blockbusters like Jurassic, Schindler's List, thought that was one of the sequels, and Saving Private Ryan. Tom Hanks, who worked with Spielberg on Private Ryan and also won 2 successive Oscars in the 90s, was declared the best male actor of the decade. Carried out by movie and TV streaming service Chili.
Oh.
Well, it's working because I've never heard of them. They're getting a mention. But Chili. And best female actor of the 90s went to?
Julia Roberts.
Yeah. I like Julia Roberts. I think she's excellent, actually. I'd second that. And Pretty Woman came second in the best film of the 90s. That's stretching it a bit, guys. That's stretching it a little bit.
I tell you what, though, I've watched Pretty Woman more often than I've watched Schindler's List or Saving Ryan's Privates.
Well, you're an anti-Semite, so of course you'd watch. You'd watch it
Oh
more.
my word!
Of course you'd watch it more. Well, I don't know. I suppose I don't really understand the point of that. Don't really understand the point of any of that. Let's go to Star. Good evening, Star.
Hello.
Hello, Star.
I was just ringing up about the gentleman that rang in about the cancer diagnosis.
Oh, yes.
I know how he feels. Back in 2005, they found a cancerous tumour on my thyroid.
Uh-oh.
And they went in, they slit my throat. I've got a scar from side to side on my throat.
Bloody hell.
Went in, explored. They was hoping to save my thyroid, but when they actually went in and looked, it was the size of a golf ball, and it had wrapped itself around my thyroid.
This is the most
And they
horrific
had to remove it.
story I've ever heard in my life, but I'm going to say it, Star. I'm fascinated and excited by it.
Yeah, they removed my entire thyroid, and they had to have staples in my neck.
Yeah.
I look like Frankenstein's wife. But,
Bride of Frankenstein. But yeah, I know who you mean. I know the lady you mean.
Yeah, and it was very, very scary and terrifying. You know, thinking, is it gonna kill me? What's gonna happen? And things like that. And they said to me that they managed to get the whole tumour out at the time.
Yeah.
But they did say that because I've had it once, I could possibly in the future get it again.
Yeah.
And it's just my health has sort of deteriorated on the backbone of that. Because I have.
Hang on, is this phone call meant to be inspiring Simon? Because I'm going to be honest, it's going to make him cack himself.
No. At the end of the day, I'm still here. I managed to survive it.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Don't.
But severely depleted in strength.
No, I've got the strength and stuff like that. I just mean, that. What? Don't think that this is going to beat him because.
Well, he said it wasn't fatal. He said it was non-fatal.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be all right.
And they've got a lot better at surgery and stuff like that now. So it's not going to be something that's going to look a major scar or anything. They'll be able to do like keel surgery. They might even be able to go in through the mouth.
Okay. Do you know that for sure, or are you just guessing?
No, I know that for sure because my brother's girlfriend, she had a lump on her larynx, the voice box.
Yes. I know what the larynx is. I know what the larynx is. Star, for crying out loud. It's the voice box.
Surgery to remove it, and they actually went in through her mouth and removed it that way, so they didn't have to cut her open and cause a scar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any? Here's the thing: if they were going to cut open my throat,
yeah,
I would give them my phone and say, "Please take a picture of it. please, take a picture
this
of
was
it."
Back in 2005.
Okay,
so...
camera. Have you got any pictures of your throat wide open?
No.
That's a shame. Well, I'm glad you survived it. I'm glad you're out the other side. These are inspiring words to Simon.
Definitely.
Nice one, Star. Thank you very much. 0344 499 1000. Mark, Nikki, stay there. This is Talk Radio.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000. A low energy show tonight, but it's a full moon apparently. No one warned us about that. They should warn late night radio presenters. Hey, here's a weird thing that's happening in my house. I've got a new boiler, right? I had a new boiler a few months ago, and I can control it by my phone, okay? And for the past few weeks, I have been waking up and the heating has been on, and it's given me a headache. So I wake up and I think, I must have left the heating on last night, right? But last few nights, I've made a point of turning the heating off when I'm in bed. The heating is off, okay? And yet I've woken up and the heating is still on, and I was like, "What the hell?" So I've looked at all my settings, and there are no. I've reset all of the schedule, right? So there is absolutely. So it's not scheduled ever to come on its own now, and yet it still comes on in the night, and I wake up hot and dehydrated with a headache. What the hell is going on there?
Have you read the instructions?
No.
Have you Googled it?
No, it's off. It's off. Well, the instructions will be turn it on or turn it off. It's off. It's not set to be on. The instructions are it's off. It's off.
It's just that, half the time malfunctions are down to human error. Well, most of the time.
No. Well, yeah, the error of the people that made this ridiculous system.
Okay.
It's not my fault at all.
Just have a drink.
What's happened to my microphone? Now my microphone has gone all metallic. What's happened? Don't laugh. What has happened? It's not funny. Amy, Katherine.
You sound like Metal Mickey.
Yeah, I know. What?
Is that really angry?
What has happened? Now it's getting worse. It's making me sibilant. What is happened to...
What is happened?
Now it's distorting my words because that's not what I said. What has happened to my microphone? Why? Balls. Right, sod it. We'll just carry on like this. Talk to these idiots. Good evening, Mark.
I think you've got major technical issues at home as well.
Well, what's going on in your life that's balls? Because right now it's my heating and it's the bloody microphone.
Right, so I'm calling for some input and advice.
Before we embark on this, do you really want input and advice?
Yeah.
We came a cropper last week when someone wanged on for ages and then didn't want any input and advice and got quite angry about it.
This is practical advice.
Well, you've come to the right people.
As long as it's not about eating or microphones.
We are great. We are the best at giving practical advice. Continue.
I mentioned this to you on Periscope a few nights ago. I'm setting up a new foundation called Music is Life.
Music is... I've got a song for you. Hang on. Music is life. Music is Jesus. Music is life. Music is in us. When you're feeling down, my baby, down, down, down. Music lifts you up, my baby, up. Because music is life. Music is Jesus. There you go.
Is that a real song or is that one you just invented?
What do you think?
Yeah, I'll go with the invention.
Would you be surprised if I were to tell you it was both of those things? Yeah, the songs I invent are actually real.
Too real.
Yeah.
Painfully so.
Right. So for me, somebody that's off and on suffered from mental health for years, all that.
Yeah. Oh, they fixed my microphone. They fixed my microphone. Thank you. Thank you,
And
Amy. About time.
In unrelated news, could I have my water bottle back?
There we go. Yes, carry on, Mark, please. Thank you.
Music, I don't know where I'd be at without music. Music, for me, has helped me through every element of every phase of my life.
Of course.
Seriously.
No,
I mean,
it's music.
Where I know you're a big music fan as well. So the idea is I'm setting up this eventual charity to help people with mental health issues via the power of music. Yeah. And I've got big plans for it over a period of time.
We've all got big plans.
And there's nothing really out there at the moment that does that.
Yeah.
There's no charities that really help people through the power of music. So I've got a dilemma.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to try and set up it as a radio station, whether it be online or eventually something more bigger, or whether you think that's too much hassle and I should just go the podcast route.
Here we go. Hang on.
You know,
whack this up, baby. Yeah! Woo! Yeah, make good love in the afternoon. Yes! Say that with me, Mark. Hang on. There's a reason I'm playing this. You'll see in a minute. Everywhere to go, what you gonna do it to me? Music is the doctor. Shit makes you feel like you ought to. Listen to the doctor. Music is the doctor. Music is the doctor. The Doobie Brothers knew it.
I don't think there's any kind of replacement for proper medication. And
if you are actually having medical problems, do actually go and see a genuine, qualified general practitioner or a specialist.
So, like, I'm not with this stuff. I'm not looking to reinvent the wheel. So, anything we make over a period of time, any donations we make and any fundraising we do, is just going to support the Samaritans.
Okay, great charity,
and other mental health charities.
Yes.
Right. So we're not looking.
How are you going to make money? How are you going to make money out of it?
Well, I've got ideas down the line for. Obviously, we'll get sponsorship in, we'll get donations in, but over a period of time, I'm going to build it into a.
How are you going to get sponsorship?
Well, this is what I've got to get at. I've got to get that's my thing. I can market stuff online. I can do pretty much anything I need online. Yes. And I've got ideas for like mini festivals and concerts and stuff. Starting small, but over a period of time, hopefully it'll grow.
Yes.
So there's things you can do to raise funds. But my question and input I want from you is, would you even bother going like with the online radio is the easiest thing to start and the least barrier of entry? It doesn't cost that much to get going.
Right.
But I just don't know whether it's worth doing that with a focus on getting it out there. And it's hard because I want to fuse music, which is the core thing.
It's the doctor.
With helping people.
Right.
And I just don't know I just wonder what you thought. Because you've been in the game.
I've not been on the game. How dare you? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, why would you set up Why would you set up an online radio station? That sounds like a pain in the arse. Because you got to.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But you've got to find content. You got to find content for that. How many hours are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, we tried it a few years ago, and it was a pain in the backside because like people that were offering to help, it didn't really work that well. And I'm thinking, just go the podcast route.
But then, what are you going to do? You can't play music in a podcast.
No. Defeats the object of it, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
You can't play any music.
Yeah.
Can you not play any music even if you get like licensed?
No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can in a podcast. I don't think so. And people, I don't know. You'd have to. I lost my lawyer's license again. I forgot to tell you.
I wonder whether doing the mini festival route might be probably a better in.
Yeah, I think so. All right then.
Because then
that was all the important advice I needed.
Then you'd have to sort of mess about with licensing music and stuff.
Here's the thing. there's too much noise. There's too much noise everywhere. Everywhere there's noise, right? There's podcasts, there's online radio. I was back when I got my first internet radio about 15 years ago. I found a great Beatles station. All they played was Beatles songs and cover versions of Beatles songs and solo songs. And then I set up an internet. You sparking up?
Just a cigar, that's all.
There we go.
Daddy Warbucks.
There we go. Then I set up an internet radio. I got a new internet radio the other day, and I thought, well, I'll try and find this Beatles radio station, right? So I couldn't find it. You know why? Because there's hundreds of them now. There's just too much noise. There's podcasts, there's radio stations, there's everything everywhere. You know, this show don't get any listeners, and we're on a national radio station. So unless you're doing something...
I looked into how much it costs to run a DAB station as well, and it costs a fortune.
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
All
right. Well, good luck. I think we gave some inspirational thing. Here we go. Someone says if it's a Nest thermostat, you may have your eco temperature set too high. Heating will kick in if temperature drops below that, even if you turn the heating off.
Yeah, which you would have known if you'd have read the instructions.
Oh, well, I'm about to blow you both out of the water. Shall I?
It's not Nest.
It's a hive.
I imagine there's a similar thing going on.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, when you know something, tell me. Until then, you can forget it.
Read the instructions, mate.
Read this instruction. There's only one.
I can double that.
Okay. Well, I can quadruple it.
Okay.
I think I won the sticking up fingers competition.
You're the one with the dodgy heating, so I win.
Let's go to my good friend from Peterhead in Aberdeenshire, my good old buddy, my long time... One of the two amigos. It's Nicky.
Good evening.
Good evening, Nicky. A long time and no speaking, Nicky.
Oh, I know that. Just want to say, I'm loving the show just now.
Oh, it's the lady.
But I'm very unhappy with you.
With Katherine, what has Katherine done? And I will make her apologise.
Sorry?
Sorry? I beg your pudding?
When you says about listening to those idiots, like the idiots that phone your show.
Oh, God. Have you heard some of them, Nicky?
Oh, I have. Oh,
they're awful, aren't they?
I laugh them. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
No?
No, it's brilliant. Brilliant. And that lady phoned you earlier on about the cancer in the throat.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a lot of inspiration for that lady because I'm also going through cancer.
Uh-oh. How's it going?
But it's good news.
Yeah, go on.
I got good news 2 days ago. I've got lung cancer. And I got good news, but I'm going into remission.
Oh.
Hey!
So it's been 3 years, but I've got there.
Hey, mate, that's brilliant, Nicky. Well done.
And, I've got a lot of people to thank for that, obviously.
Yeah.
Especially my boyfriend, Shola.
Here we go, the big man.
Yeah.
The big man. Well, I bet some fun was had when you got that little...
Yeah, well... I'm not like that.
No. I mean, that just mean fun. Just mean a little bit of dancing around the...
She knows exactly what you meant.
Okay.
Yes, I know what you meant.
Okay, well then your mind is in the gutter, Nicky, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
No, I'm never ashamed of myself.
Good,
no.
Exactly. Shame is the silent killer. Silent but violent. Shame.
That is true. That
is true. Hey, well done, Nicky. That's brilliant news, and I'm really sorry that Katherine offended you so much.
No, and I just want to say I love the show. Me and my boyfriend listen to it every night.
Yep.
And it cheers us up.
Oh,
cheers us up, definitely.
Hey, nice one, Nicky. How's Aberdeen tonight? Is it good?
Very cold.
My second cousin used to play football for Aberdeen.
Who's your second cousin?
Dougie Rugby.
Oh, my boyfriend would know him. I don't know. I'm a Dundee United supporter.
I don't know anything about football, but you tell him I'm related to Dougie Rugby. And his respect for me will either go up...
My boyfriend's actually a Celtic supporter.
Okay, it will go down. It will go down. All right, Nicky.
Right, okay, right, thank you.
Take care, bye-bye. There we go. Pablo, stay there. We'll come to you after the news. Well, that was a good bit of news, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you want to phone up and tell us your cancer's gone into remission, you know what? We'll take that. If you want to phone up and tell us your cancer's not going great, we'll take that as well. We'll take any of those calls. 03444991000 is the telephone number. I'm going to have, just while the news is on, I'm going to have one of the best Jimmy Riddles. You know when you really need to go for a wee and it's actually pleasurable to do a pee-pee?
Yeah, I had one of those yesterday.
Oh.
But that's a lovely image to leave them with.
It really is. Oh, God. Hey, listen, I know how to tease the listener. Most other presenters would do well, here's a question. What's the most popular chocolate bar in Britain at the moment? I tell you, it's a Twix. But during the news, imagine me having a pee and just going, 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road is where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold. A brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just
Imagine if they had an internet in this building that actually worked at high speeds.
join me for a while. Just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roll.
Yeah, it's the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10. 8 tickets left for Brighton.
Wow.
8 tickets left. When are we doing it? It's not this weekend. It's not the weekend after. It's the weekend after that. So we got like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that, I think. 8 tickets left for Brighton. 12 tickets left for Glasgow. That's in June. We've decided August, September, we're doing nothing. Well, maybe it's the end of September. But August, definitely doing nothing. No shows, no live shows. No public appearances in August and maybe September as well. So get your tickets, guys. Who's that walking down the street? You know the song? Bandy legs and his on her feet. And he's up and side. It's Grandad Charlie Quick.
Charlie Quick.
If you've got a song, he'll conduct the singers on. Plays the piano in the strangest manner. The words all right, but the tune's all wrong.
That is a very, 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 very vague memory.
Yeah, Grandad.
I used to watch that.
Clive Dunn's sitcom,
I must have been tiny.
Clive Dunn's crappy sitcom for kids.
Charlie Quick.
Yeah, but he was the same character that he played in Dad's Army.
Yeah.
The old man, but he was a young man.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, isn't it? This is your what are you on? Are you on?
I'm on
guest backup.
No, guest.
Let me try guest.
Get on it.
Get down on it.
Suck
no.
No, come on.
Nope. Let me refresh. Refresh. Hey, you'll be pleased to know my kittens. This is a recording I just made a few minutes ago. You'll be pleased to know my kittens are coming on a treat. You've seen them recently, Katherine.
Yes.
Lucky and Mucky, whose names I wasn't keen on when the boys chose them. Now they just think they're the best name. How did my boys know The Lucky and Mucky were not only were they great names, they've given them to the right ones as well.
I think Mucky is a bit more regal than the name would suggest.
Mucky does the stinkiest dumps ever.
Yeah, but she's beautiful. She looks like a panther.
I got woken up the other day. I was woken up by the smell of one of Mucky's poos.
Well,
it hit my nose, and I woke up with like a what's going? Oh, Mucky! It was outrageous.
You must be eating the same food as her then.
Okay, that's disrespectful. But the cats are coming on. So the rescue kitten, 9 months old now. When do you stop calling them kittens? They'll always be kittens to me. Always be my little babies. And the first few weeks, 3 weeks, they just hid behind the piano. They lived in the living room. They hid behind the piano or under the sofa.
If you went in for them, they would lash out.
Well, they would lash out. And recently, still, a couple of weeks ago, Mucky was still kind of just lashing out occasionally.
A
little bit scratchy. But now, they're a joy. They sleep on the bed with me sometimes. One will sleep with me, or sometimes one will sleep and then the other one will sleep on top of that cat. Mucky still, she's the black one. She's still, you'll stroke her and sometimes she'll go for the bite, but then she's learning to control it. So then it's like a gentle little, like a little bite, and then she'll start licking straight away. Hasn't lashed out in anger or fear for a couple of weeks. These are great days. Everyone, go and get black cats. Go and get black cats. Go and adopt some black cats. They're the best. They're the best company. They're idiots, these two. I love them.
What I find really fascinating about them is that they love each other.
Yeah.
They curl up together. And
has anyone else got pets that are brother and sister or sister and siblings, right? Do they always get on? Because I'm not convinced that they do. But these two, they chase each other. They don't fight. They play fight. They play wrestle. And one will be asleep and the other one will go up and whack them. And then the chase is on. Right? But there's never any... I've never had to separate them. There's never any meanness. They bite each other, but it's all controlled. It's incredible. And then they'll sleep on top of literally on top of each other and lick each other off. They know. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean... Oh, Catherine, why do you have to demean everything?
Why did you have to put off on the end of it?
Why? Because you're right, actually. That was my fault. I apologise. Sorry. But they do. They just they lick each other, and it's such a lovely. It's a beautiful thing to see.
It's a pure thing.
It's.
I mean, even though there are bumholes involved,
it is so lovely to see two young black girls. Licking each other's...
No, come on.
No, too much?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Way too much.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that get black cats is what I'm saying. Get beautiful black cats. Gingers, tortoise shells, all of them. Horrible. Disgusting cats. I don't want anything to do with it. Black cats is where it's at. Black cats is where it's at. You can have that as a slogan. The RSPB.
Black cats is where it's at.
Yes, sir. Yes, Pablo.
Yeah, how do?
Yep.
Well, I was calling about something else, but just in regards to your man there who was on earlier in regards to internet radio stations and whatnot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he should do what I did. Just you should look for a local community radio station in this area. And
I think Mark is entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
He's like the sharks in Shark Tank, which is that's right. That's right, yeah. I watched the American version of Dragon's Den. It's called Shark's Tank. Yeah, I don't mind watching Shark's Tank. Yeah. Because that's the kind of guy I am, Pablo. I think outside of the box, outside of the den. I think outside of the den, and I watch the Shark's Tank. That's right.
Isn't it Shark Tank?
Shark's Tank, yeah. And they're talking. They have got big money. Yeah, I get it. All right, that's right. That's fine. Yeah, I get Shark's Tank from an American streaming service. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't I say? That's right. I'm signed up to an American television and movie streaming service. Wow. And I watch Shark's Tank on it. So, Duncan Bannatyne, Theo Papadopoulos, John Lewis, the old lady, and whichever one is the revolving one this year. I remember once there, the guy who's gone to prison for sex crimes. That's actually true.
Yes.
So, yeah, you guys can get lost. I'm going to show you something on my phone, Catherine. I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind.
Oh, God.
It's going to blow your mind. I'm just going to go to my contacts. This is
going to be exciting.
I'm going to go to my contacts. And just going to go to my contacts. Okay. Read that, please. Just
Where?
read it out.
Des Clark from Neighbours.
Go down.
Demetris.
Go down.
Don Rugby.
Go down.
Doug Merton.
Go down.
Doogie Anderson.
Go down.
Dredge.
Go down.
Duncan Barked.
Go down.
Dylan.
Go down. You've missed one out. You missed out Duncan Bannatyne.
Oh.
I've got Duncan Bannatyne's phone number.
Well, have you, though? I mean, it's been a while.
Is not this just a phone number for one of his leisure centres?
Yeah.
No, shut up!
Bannatyne's. Hello, can I speak to
You-
Duncan,
you
please?
membership.
He's never there.
All right, I'm going to text him.
It's a bit late, mate.
Hi, Duncan.
Don't.
Iain Lee here. Just thinking of you.
Oh, that's very weird at 12 past midnight. Don't send it now.
Hope you're well, man. There we go.
Ian, I'm a very busy man. How are you dare disturb me for my ice cream business?
Sent.
Well, that's weird.
Sent.
Weird.
Sent.
So weird.
Sent.
Weird.
Sent.
So weird.
Sent.
You're weird, though.
I've sent it.
He's going to think you're
You
thinking
said
of
it
him
like
you're
10
thinking
times.
of
That's
him.
even,
I've
that's
sent
even
it.
weirder.
I've just sent the text, live on air, to my good buddy, Duncan Bannatyne. I look forward. What we're going to do is we're going to. I turn off notifications on my phone when I'm on air because I'm a professional, but I'm going to turn it on now because I'm a show off more than I'm a professional. So let's just wait. Let's just wait for Duncan to get back, shall we? He's got a younger wife. He'll be up.
Well, he might be busy.
Anyway, Pablo, what do you want? Come on, get to the point now.
Oh, all right. Well, I had a lovely experience this morning. My daughter at her school, she's only 5, and I had a class assembly thing where they're all showing all their individual skills, and they finished off with my daughter singing a full solo rendition of True Colours by Cyndi Lauper.
Oh.
So, how much
Not
did
a
you?
dry.
How much did you cry?
Well, I was on camera duty, so I stayed stony-faced, but I did have a beaming grin on my face. But whilst recording the video, which unfortunately I'm not allowed to share with anybody,
because there's paedophiles out there.
Well, don't you?
And people who hate the Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah. Although I did manage to get a couple of brief shots of some of the teachers weeping. It's just. Oh. Well, I mean,
teaching is hard.
Yeah, it's a tough. Yeah. They don't get paid enough. Well, nice one, Pablo. Excellent stuff. Thank you. But I think my Duncan Bannatyne story trumps your daughter's story. Let's go to Mo. Good evening, Mo.
You're right, Ian.
I'm very, very well, Mosif. What can we do for you?
Can I ask you a question, please?
You can, but I may not answer it. Could you not sound so muffled, please?
Well, I'm going to fix it. Do I sound better now?
Yeah, you do now. You're actually speaking into the phone, you rude man.
Okay, thank you, man.
You're very welcome.
Who do you think killed Madeline?
Oh, come on, Mo. I'm not playing that game tonight. Not playing libelous, Mo. So we're not playing that game, mate. But thanks very much for the call. Let's go to... Jeez,
Bit of fun, eh? Let's speculate about a dead child.
A little bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun. We'll have a break, then we'll go to Ed. This is Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
0303444 991,000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let's go to Ed. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
Hey, Ed.
Ed, it's nice to talk to you. What are you going to bring to the show to us tonight?
Well, I've got two things. One of them's a bit of a chit-chat, and one of them's a slightly perverted request.
By the way, will you be joining me tonight at 2:30 for the Late Night Chit Chat Club?
It's hard to refuse that. Yeah, is that the thing on Periscope?
This is the thing on Periscope, right? I'm going to start doing it on Twitch probably next week. So twitch.tv/Iain Lee. Everyone go and follow. But we did it last night, and Periscope got this thing. Did you listen last night, Ed?
I didn't. No, I haven't listened on the Late Night.
It was nuts, right?
It got very fruity.
Ooh. So Periscope have got this thing where people can phone in and join in the conversation, right? So there was this American, like this random American, just phoning in and copying what I was saying in a silly voice to wind me up, and it worked. It got me really angry. And then,
sleeping.
Yeah, and then I'll be honest. Then a hot picture of a hot, beautiful lady popped up, and I thought, yeah, all right. And so we went to this hot, beautiful lady, and it was so obviously like a young man, but like it was a Turkish.
Do you speak Turkish? Would you speak Turkish to me? I want to F you. I want to F
That's
you.
like sentence number one.
Yeah, I want to F you. Speak
Really
Turkey.
escalating quickly.
Do you speak Turkish? I want to F you. Oh, I'm going, are you a woman? Yes, I'm a woman.
It's going, you're a bloke.
No, I'm a lady.
His voice is getting deeper.
No, I'm a lady. Do you speak Turkish? I want to F you.
It was the weirdest thing, man, but it was great fun.
And then it got very huff and puffy down his end.
Didn't he? He was having a tug.
Yeah, either that or he needed his inhaler.
Yeah, it was great fun. So that's at 2:30 tonight, the Late Night Chit Chat Club with me. You get to see my cats being fed. You get to see bits of my house
That's
sometimes.
not a euphemism.
Not a euphemism. Is that there are actual cats eating actual cat food. You get to see me in bed as well. That is
What a treat for everyone.
Well, it is a treat. You get to see me in bed. I wear a top. I would be wearing this army T-shirt. I'll be wearing my army T-shirt because I've got a lot of respect for those that do service for this country.
That's how you'll know it's actually him and not like a male model.
Okay, thank you very much, Katherine. That's just always. I'm just trying to find my digital voice.
Yeah.
Well, you've obviously found your snarky one.
Never lost it, mate.
There it is. There it was, loud and clear. Good evening, Ed.
So I'm short to mid-term caller, first time caller, short to mid-term listener. So this is quite a privilege. But I was just wanted to get from you, Ian, if you were still having your flashbacks from your accident, whether you wanted to talk about that or not. I don't know.
Not really.
Let's move on.
Thanks very much.
And the second thing was a bit of a perverted request. Kath, are you still up for doing your ASMR type chat things?
Oh.
How perverted are we talking and how much money are you going to give me?
Well,
Sorry, hang on a minute.
I mean,
how perverted are we talking and how much money are you going to give me?
All the money you need, all the money you'd like.
Well, let's talk.
I'll be quiet. Let's do it. Go, Kath. This is one for the perverts. Any particular subject that you want?
I mean, I don't mind, to be honest, but I thought maybe read out a recipe or something, something quite, innocent.
All right, let's do a recipe for fudge. First thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And, hang on a minute. I found a really good one.
You've got to go softer than that.
Hang on, no. I found a really good one. This one's going out to all the perverts.
Shout out.
You've got to keep quiet, Ed, otherwise you ruin it for people who are trying to have a stroke.
All right, here we go. Hang on. I'll be there in a second. Okay. Here's one for all the fudgy perverts out there. You dirty devils. Oh, are you all right? Are you still there?
Yeah, sort of.
I hear the art is to keep them on for as long as possible.
It's not going to last with me, but...
You're ruining the mood. You've just got to do it.
I'm so sorry.
I'll do stuff in the background to help.
Homemade fudge makes a fabulous gift wrapped up for Christmas or any special occasion. Our recipe for these... What are you doing?
Ripping paper.
Creamy, buttery sweets is well worth the effort. Line a 20 by 20 centimetre cake tin with baking parchment. Tip the sugar, cream, butter.
You're making it too sexual. Why are you making it sexual?
What? I'm saying cream.
You said cream and then you winked at me.
I didn't wink.
She winked at you. Went cream. Wink.
I did not. Stop interfering. You're just jealous.
Okay. I'm not jealous. What, jealous?
You're just jealous that your whispering is not going to turn you into a millionaire. This whispering
this is going to make you rich, is it? Oh, okay.
This is my signature whisper.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm going to start again because you just ruined it. Line a 20 by 20 centimetre cake tin with baking parchment. Tip the sugar, cream, butter and glucose syrup.
We both winked at each other then.
Into a medium. Can you get out of my kitchen, please?
I was thinking of seminal fluid. In my fudge.
Don't eat Ian's fudge. It'll make you sick. Heat to dissolve the sugar and melt the butter.
You tell us when you're finished, Ed, because this is quite boring, so you tell us when you're done.
Oh, man, I was done at cream.
Oi, dirty get.
Tell you what's interesting.
Go on.
Is how quickly you demeaned yourself. Look at the state of my sock.
Listen, girl, got to make rent. I've got 2 kids to feed.
This is what's going to happen. This sock is going to go in the bin. when
What
I
you've
get home.
got there...
It's a potato.
Spuds.
Potato.
Yeah, do you call them potatoes?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
I don't know, actually. I'll have to ask my mum.
Why are they called that? Is it because...
I'll have
Right,
to
show
ask
me
my-
that again.
They look like potatoes when your feet bulge
I
out.
guess, yeah.
Going to throw this sock away. Going to go through my socks. I'm going to buy some new ones. I don't... Well, here's one of the things. I hate buying socks. It's a real pain in the arse. All I do is I go into Marx's and I buy black cotton socks, pack of... What? What's that face for?
Go on.
Black cotton socks, pack of 8, and that's it. I'm done.
Right. And then you don't have to worry about matching
Should I
them.
buy... Oh, well, okay. All right. Well, let's do this then. Let's do this. Let's go there. This is what the radio is made for. The local radio is made for. Should I up my sock game? Should I get a pattern sock? I've always, apart from in the 80s when I was younger, a lot younger, when I had white socks, I've always just worn blacks.
I think the time is right.
To change it?
Yeah, why
to
not?
what? To what? Give me
Go
what?
into the shop and see.
No, because you knew me. I come out with this crappy sock. What? That means I have to go to a shop that isn't Marx's.
Marks and Spencer's, I'm sure, do a snazzy
No, they
sock.
don't. They do great black socks and they do great black pants.
Oh, well, okay.
That's it.
All right. Why don't we have a look online at some point and see what the possibilities are? I think you'll find things have moved on somewhat since...
Really?
Yeah, in the sock world.
So you're saying I would look better without black socks?
Just saying.
White socks with a blue stripe?
No. Not unless you're wearing trainers.
Well, what colour? Grey socks with a red stripe?
God, you really know how to live, don't
Well,
you?
I don't know. What are you saying? Like socks with the pictures of
No,
butterflies on?
no Simpsons socks or anything like that.
Socks
but
with ladybugs on. Ladybirds, we say in this country. Sorry.
What you need to
Gave away
do,
my American
have
roots
a
there.
look
I
at Justin Trudeau's
So
socks.
say Justin Dealey. He doesn't wear any.
Justin... No, he
All right, let's Google.
Justin Trudeau is a
He's a French Prime Minister.
no.
Justin Trudeau.
He's not
socks.
French. He is Canadian. He loves a pair of socks.
Right. Well, there's a picture of socks with Justin Trudeau on. Is that what you mean?
Oh, that's not.
I know. Cassie Sharp gifts Justin Trudeau socks with her face on them. Justin Trudeau socks. Right, they're Wookiees. He's wearing socks with Wookiees on.
He wears all kinds of different socks.
He's wearing socks with a Wookiee on.
It shows that he's like upstairs business, downstairs fun.
Shows he's a prick.
Well, maybe, but he's very handsome, so he can do what he wants.
He's got socks there with yellow rubber ducks on.
Beautiful.
Right, I'm not getting involved in that. I'm obviously asking the wrong person.
You don't have to get like daft socks. When you get like,
Is that like Daft Punk? That was quick, but it wasn't funny. Sometimes you pick. Here's the thing I've learned. Sometimes you get a laugh if you're quick, and then afterwards people go when they process it because you say so. Someone says something, someone comes in with something quick, fast, right? And people go, and then their brain goes, "Well, hang on, that wasn't funny. It's too late.
Took them by surprise.
It's too late. You've got the laugh.
Yeah.
You've got the laugh. Yeah. And if you're recording a show or it's a live event, you've got an audience. You've got the laugh. It doesn't matter.
They can't take it back.
They cannot take it back. It doesn't matter. You've got the laugh. So sometimes speed is better than anything else. Hello, Barney.
Ahoy there.
Ahoy there, Barney.
100 billion tiddlywinks piled up in a bowl. Tiddlywink. 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 Tiddlywink.
Are you alright?
Flicked my tiddlywink.
Oh dear.
Tiddlywink. Tiddlywink.
It's the full moon phone call.
Tiddlywink. 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 Tiddlywink.
Still going. He's going to do the whole song.
No.
Is this actually Sting?
Tiddlywink.
Yeah, it could be.
Tiddlywinks. Tiddlywinks. Tiddlywinks.
He stopped.
He's waiting for the
Tiddlywinks.
Okay, thanks very much.
That was, as the kids would say, fire.
That was the best call of the night. I mean, let's be honest. 0344. That was a full moon phone call.
It definitely was.
0344 499 1000. Did he sound normal when you answered the phone, Amy? He sounded normal. Wow.
They often do.
You just can't tell. Just goes to show. You simply cannot tell who is normal and who is obviously insane. This is Talk Radio.
The wild man of late night radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Just looking at a picture that I'm going to retweet it that Alex has tweeted us of his cats. He says these little a-holes are brothers, Gizmo and Dino. And they're always cuddling together. And it's the weirdest thing, because it looks like...
Looks like one's got a head growing out of the other one.
Yeah, a bumhole. It's a great picture. I've just retweeted it, but it's the same with... Because these cats are white primarily, my cats are black. And I took a picture of them cuddle up, and they actually had their arms around each other. But it did look like a weird, fat, two-headed cat.
They're just adorable.
They are the best, man. The best. Oh God, I'm so proud of them. And I'm going away for a week in a bit, and you can hire these people to come and stay at your house, right? They come and stay, house sitters. So I've hired someone to come and stay at this house, who's like a pet, pet person,
detective.
As well. Pet detective, yes. And she came round, lovely lady, and I said, well, she came round so she can meet the girls. And I introduced them and said, well, look, these two, the two youngest are Lucky and Mucky. They're 9 months old. They're quite shy, and they probably won't... Oh, they are rubbing against your leg and sniffing your hand. Straight away. They were all over her. And then she met Velvy, and then she came down. I said, look, why don't you feed the girls as well? So they'll be friends. They're all over her. So, absolutely... I don't know why we're talking about that. Anyway, cats...
Because cats are cool.
Cats are cool. It's a high tide mark, that phone call. Yes, it was
something, some kind of mark.
It was some kind of mark. That was very special. Thank you. And James's reply tweeted more like tiddly whack. Now that's
come on,
guys, please don't sully the hashtag TLNA with that kind of filth. You see, the guy, Dr. Evil, has been sent to prison.
Yeah.
It's a strange one. I think it means... I've not read the story, but I heard a report about him on Radio 4 a while ago. So he's this guy in Birmingham who is a tattooist, but he would also perform... I guess you could call it minor surgery.
Yeah, body modification.
Body modification. So he would remove nipples. He would
split tongues.
Split tongues. I couldn't think how to describe it. He would do things like that. I don't know if he'd implant horns and stuff, but the removing nipples was the one. And he would... Obviously, he's not a qualified doctor, and he would do it under local anaesthetic. And I was thinking, and they were talking about this, they did a big report on it on Radio 4 when he was found guilty about a month ago. And I just have not been able to stop thinking about the procedure that must take place to remove a nipple.
Yeah.
And being awake. Because that is a slice, and I guess sewing... It's just horrendous.
Yeah, and would you end up with, like, two sort of puckered marks?
You have two buggered marks.
Or would he be able to do it smooth?
Got a big laugh for that buggered marks. Again, it wasn't funny, but a big laugh because it was quick.
Yeah.
And so he was found... He's found guilty of... Well, here's the thing. Can you find out exactly what he's found guilty of? But it goes back to a trial in the 80s when a group of gay men... were involved in a really heavy BDSM scenario where they were all flogging each other and left each other, with open wounds, and it was very bloody. Now, here's the thing. It's the 80s or the 90s. It was all consensual, this BDSM thing, but they were still found guilty of something because I don't quite know why, but it was so bloody and it was so horrendous. Even though none of them complained about it. It's quite a strange ruling, actually. None of them complained about it, and it was all consensual. They were still found guilty of some form of crime.
Mhm.
What was he found guilty of?
GBH.
Right, then that's what they were found guilty of. Even though they hadn't complained, they were still found guilty of GBH because it was such a violent sex game, if you can call it that. Very bloody, apparently. And so Dr. Evil has been found guilty of GBH, and he's been sent to prison. How long has he been sent for?
He's pleaded guilty to 3 counts of GBH and was jailed at Wolverhampton Crown Court for 3 years and 4 months.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, no! He was supposed to be getting married, I think, in a month.
Oh, dear.
3 years and 4 months. That's... Oh, dear. I get it. If you're cutting off people's
You have
nipples...
no qualifications to carry out surgical procedures.
Exactly, and you have to wonder how clean the place was. If you're cutting off people's nipples, of course it should be done. I mean, here's the thing. Again, none of his clients complained. I'm not in any way justifying it. It's right, he was prosecuted, I think. 3 years, 4 months seems very, very excessive because no one was injured and no one complained.
And they all asked
They
for the
all
procedures.
asked for him to do it. But those procedures should be... Kathy's doing her hand. We'll find out what's upset her in a minute. Those procedures should be done, I think. And I don't think... I would be very surprised if you could go to a qualified plastic surgeon, for example, and say, could you cut my nipple off? Don't think you can do that.
Not in this country. I know
'Cause
people go abroad
it's
for it, don't they?
It's considered self-harm. Which maybe it is. Go on, what made you do a...
Well, West Midlands Police said McCarthy conducted the procedures without knowing his client's medical histories or psychiatric backgrounds.
Yeah, it's true.
Officers
that's true.
discovered out-of-date pre-injection swabs, anaesthetic gel, stitching thread and needles, the force added. He was arrested in December 2015 following a complaint to the City of Wolverhampton Council's environmental health team.
OK.
The council said its issue with McCarthy was the lack of licence to carry out the medical procedures and the need for more regulation in the industry, which delivers results akin to cosmetic surgery. An online petition which attracted 13,000 signatures was set up to support the knowledgeable, skillful and hygienic, this is in quote marks, body piercer, who was refused permission to appeal to the Supreme Court. In February, McCarthy told the BBC the situation was crushing. He said, "I'm a shadow of my former self. I don't feel I've done anything wrong." Following a failed bid to convince a Crown Court judge that consent was a lawful defence, McCarthy took his case to the Court of Appeal, arguing that the procedure should be regarded as lawful to protect the personal autonomy of his customers. But 3 Court of Appeal judges who noticed that McCarthy had divided a customer's tongue to produce an effect similar to that enjoyed by reptiles said the procedures were not comparable to tattoos and piercings. Councillor Steve Evans, Cabinet Member for City Environment, said the council had exposed a national issue which requires a national regulation to be introduced to protect members of the public against the risks of extreme body modification. I mean, he cut a guy's ear off. Again,
Oh, that was another thing, yeah.
requested,
You're
but
going to show it to
flipping
me?
yeah.
Oh, she's turned the computer around. There's a guy with no ear. It's really interesting, isn't it? All consensual. None of them complained.
I watched a programme once about people who wanted to have limbs amputated.
Yeah.
And it was purely because they felt like they didn't want their arms or legs anymore.
I'm assuming illegal in this country. One would assume it's illegal.
I think so, yeah.
It wonders how much
you can go
control you have over your own body.
If you've got enough money, you can go and get whatever you want done somewhere else.
3 years, 4 months seems very, very excessive. That seems unfair because from all accounts, from what I've heard and read, he sounds like a decent bloke. Operating in a world that we don't understand, that is out of our sphere.
Yeah, and
but sounds
they
like
got him on environmental health breaches.
Yeah, sounds like a decent bloke, and I think he was. He's supposed to be getting married soon. I don't know, maybe he can chop his head off and put it in a box and that can go to the wedding. I don't know how it works, Katherine. I don't know how it works. That's a shame that 3 years, 4 months. I thought it was going to be like a 6-monther or something. That
No.
Man. You do wonder that having your ear chopped off, because of course putting the horns in is a thing. Or some people have magnets inserted under their
so they can take them
scalp,
out.
so they can just stick attachments on. It's a strange old world, isn't it? 0344 499 1000. John, stay there. We'll come to you next. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
CJ sent us a rather unpleasant picture of his cat doing a poo in a slow cooker, and it's...
I was going to say that's not like CJ, but it totally is. Oh, my God, really?
That's unpleasant. Delete that immediately. Good evening, John.
Evening, Ian. Evening, Kath.
Hello.
John, what have you got for us tonight? It's a full moon. It's a very holy night. Of course, this was the night that Jesus had his first supper. Everyone talks about the Last Supper. No one talks about the First Supper. Well, they should do, because it was bloody delicious. I think they had Domino's. What
No,
can
don't
we?
talk about any supper.
You don't talk about any supper. Okay, well, if you're a
not about
supperist.
Jesus, no.
Not about Jesus or any of his suppers. All right, moving on. Didn't mean to cause offence. Sorry. Moving on. Just you got just the reason I mention it, John, is you've got a biblical name. That's okay. You were one of the guys that was very close to Jesus. That's all I'm saying. But you turn your back on Christ. Well, okay. Okay. Well, we'll see. I'll see you at the pearly gates to get St. Peter. Oh no, I won't, because you're a non-believer. You're a sinner. Well, I'll be in there drinking lovely sweet teas with Marilyn Monroe.
All the fun people are sinners anyway.
Yeah, well, you have a great time being flogged for all eternity by Satan.
Right, last night after the witch spread the love, I thought to myself...
Oh, yeah, I did well, hang on a minute, John. I did the spell, mate. I cast the spell. I spread the love.
Yeah, you were helped, though, weren't you? Like, you know...
Well,
Katherine didn't feel it. She said she needed time to think about it, but I'm not going to beg.
Catherine gave me a jumper. I cast a spell. We had a witch on the phone. I think it was all down to me. Continue, please, John, you sinner.
Well, I thought to myself, I'm going to spread the love to you tonight.
Oh, God.
Whether you like it or not.
That sounds a little bit creepy.
He'll like it.
Really?
I heard you a little cry for help earlier about your sock game.
There we go.
Now, if you have a look at your little Twitter feed in front of you, you'll see a little tweet I've sent you.
Oh, you sent me a picture.
With some beautiful socks on.
Catherine, you need to...
I've seen, yeah.
So yellow... Well, here's the thing. Yellow heel, yellow toes, pink and blue stripe. But you folded a bit of that sock up. There's something going on in the middle of that sock. What's going on in the middle of that sock?
Folded the sock up?
Yes, mate. The purple and blue one... There's a little bit of something going on there, isn't there, Catherine, in the middle of that sock?
Yeah, what are you hiding,
What's
John?
going on in there? There's a picture there.
What could it possibly be?
I don't know, mate. You tell me. It's your sock.
I couldn't tell you.
Well, it's your sock.
Well, I mean, it will be. What, the bit at the front?
Yes, where it's blue and black and white.
Right, well, there's eyes on them. There's eyes on all four pairs.
Eyes on socks.
Oh, come on.
Eyes on socks.
I'm trying to help you here.
Eyes on... they've all got eyes on them. I don't want socks with eyes on.
I tell you what, it's a winner with the ladies. Just ask Katherine.
Catherine, would eyes with socks be a winner with the ladies?
Eyes?
She's scratching.
Why are your feet looking at me? What's going on there?
Some ladies might have a feet fetish.
Oh, suddenly it's gone from it's a win of the ladies to some ladies might have a feet fetish.
To perverts, is what he's saying.
No. You've got to cater for all kinds. I'm just saying that there'd be a big improvement on just plain black socks.
Okay, but that pattern seems... Shut up, pervert. That pattern seems a little bit loud for me. It's too loud.
I mean, let's go softly, because this is someone who's been wearing black socks for years.
Oh, I've got a text! Oh!
It says new phone, who dis?
Who's that? Sorry, John, just stay there a second. I'll ask my mate Katherine something, because my eyes are going a bit funny. I can't see. Don't read it out, because it's a private conversation. Can you just tell me who that text is from?
Well, it says Duncan Bannatyne, but I mean, it could be anyone.
Okay,
it?
well, okay. You can read where he's texting from.
All right, let me see. Yeah, okay. Still, I mean, it's just saying that's what's happening. I've got no reason to doubt that.
That's right, John. Got a text from the big man. The big man.
Yeah.
Duncan Bannatyne's a very successful man. I bet he has nice, colourful, bright socks with eyes on.
Where he is, he doesn't need socks.
I will ask him.
You should, yeah.
Yeah, I will ask him.
The way forward, Ian. I'm only trying to help you, mate.
John, you're trying to crush me. You're trying to crush me with your lies. Your sock pies. Katherine, have I got it?
What?
Have I got it?
I don't know. You should go and probably show it to a medical person.
What I'm trying to say is, I think I still got it.
Ah, dear.
Daddy Warbucks, I'm a big guy. I thought we were nearly finished. We've got another 15 minutes. That's a bugger. I was in wrap-up mode then. I was in wrap-up mode.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
In wrap.
Okay, no, fine. Well, no, we'll work. Okay, let's go to the Daily Star. Bill and Ted 3 is happening. That's one story. Great. We just did a story there. Brilliant.
That's excellent.
That's jeans. A story about jeans. It's going to be a great one. There we go. Oh, yeah. Gucci are flogging faded denims for £2,000 a pair. Have you seen these?
No.
Here's a thing. They're bloody awful. Fashion giant Gucci is flogging faded women's jeans for £1,980 a pair. The marble washed, so it's like stone washed, isn't it? Skinny pants are part of Italian luxury firm's latest collection. Gucci says of its creation, used as a layering piece on the runway. The skinny denim panta is presented in black and white marble washed version with a Velcro strap details running down the leg. For the Cruise 2019 fashion show, Gucci staged a rave party among the ancient graves. Gucci staged a rave party amongst the ancient graves of Alice Camp's Roman necropolis.
Wow.
Let me just read that again. Hang on. Sorry. Gucci, for part of the fashion show, Gucci staged a rave party among ancient graves.
I mean...
Okay. The models played the rock stars with looks that brought back mainstays of punk and glam metal. Fashionistas with less to spend can buy a pair from Gucci's more standard range of denim for around £700. Oh, that bit wasn't a quote, sorry. Last month it was revealed that the brand... I'm going to show you the jeans in a minute and you're going to tell me if they're worth £2,000, okay?
Right, go on.
Last month it was revealed that the brand was asking customers to shell out £615 for a pair of filthy-looking trainers. The shoes have a distressed look with scuffs, marks, and that makes sense because you buy jeans that look old. It makes sense that, yeah, of course, buy trainers that look old. Shoes have a distressed look with scuffs, marks, and stains on the mucky white leather and canvas footwear. Gucci says they are a pastiche of influences inspired by the 70s. They also feature the company logo so people know they're expensive. You ready for the £2,000 jeans? Here we go.
Bloody hell.
Isn't it?
What a state.
That's like something, if your nana got you that from down the market, you would be furious. Go on, you're going out tonight, put the Gucci's I bought you on.
I can't imagine...
Disgusting.
Anyone would look nice in that.
That's disgusting. They're hideous, aren't they?
Crazy. Crazy behaviour.
Absolutely hideous. 03 44 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. There we go. An M&S chocolate bunny has become a viral sensation over its suggestive pose.
Uh-oh.
It's a great pose. The Marks and Spencer's yoga bunny is shaped like a rabbit in the downward dog position. That's a great... Isn't it? It does look like it's bent over the kitchen table. But
what are they thinking?
Mischievous tweeters were quick to claim it looked a little naughtier than just a rabbit exercising. One poster, named only as Mark, wrote... The M&S Yoga Bunny Easter egg is a very doors on the latch, find me upstairs. Is that a phrase?
I mean, I think we all know what he means, but...
Amberoo said, why do M&S always produce at least one suggestive Easter egg every mind, or is it just my mind? Every year, is it just my mind? Christian wrote, it seems Jessica Rabbit's gone a bit suggestive for Easter. Okay. Dirty.
Outrageous behaviour.
Okay, let's go to Nigel from Temple Yortune. Let's go to Nigel. Good evening, Nigel.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kat. I was just talking about the £2,000 pair of jeans.
Hang on a minute. You couldn't finish her name.
Can't we?
I said Kat.
Okay.
You didn't. You went, good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kat. Now, this is Jane.
No, you see, you're trying to catch me out, aren't you?
I'm trying to teach you some manners. I listened. You didn't say her name.
Oh, good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kat. How are you?
There you go. I mean, it's still only the first syllable, but that's better.
It's all
well
right.
done.
It's all right.
Go on, what you got?
Well, I was going to say that £2,000 pair of jeans aren't expensive for those people who have the lifestyle to wear them. Not for me, of course.
No, exactly. Well, but that's not the point. That they are 2,000. They are expensive, and B, they look awful. That's the thing.
Listen, if you see the picture, no one's got the lifestyle to wear those. They are absolutely hideous.
But you know something? I photographed some I'm a photographer. I photographed some handbags recently.
You're a photographer. You never mentioned that.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I thought you knew that.
No, I didn't know that. You've never mentioned that before.
Oh, well, I photographed recently a handbag for £75,000.
You got paid £75,000 for taking a picture of a handbag?
I'll tell you what, I wish I did.
Yes, tell me about it.
But the handbag is £75,000, so it's horrendously expensive. If you have a lifestyle that warrants it and you're spending tens of thousands of pounds on whatever you do, for those people, it's pocket money.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Me and Kath are lucky because we're in one of the few professions that is going to be here in 100 years' time. But you guys must be shitting yourself.
Not at all.
Because your days are over.
Not at all. I know you're going to say, go wave the iPhone in the air.
I haven't got an iPhone. I've got a Huawei. But on my Huawei, I can take a picture of Katherine and I can do the old photographer's trick of making the background all blurry. Once that technology is handed to idiots like me, it's game over for you guys. I can make the background blurry.
I did a picture you can't do on your Huawei.
Was your background blurry? Because I can do it on my Huawei. Come here, Kath, I want to take a picture.
I did a picture of the air ambulance landing tonight, especially for me and one other photographer, and taking off again. Then we went for a fly past in it. Then we came back again. You can't do it on a Huawei.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to take a picture. You have to come closer. I'm going to take a picture. Now, don't be an idiot.
I think I should come and photo you. I photographed a whale recently.
Lucky, mate. There we go. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Hang on. Look at that. The background's all blurry. It is, isn't it?
Wow, that looks like a professional shot.
I'm going to tweet that.
I'll tell you what,
You're out of a job, buddy. You're out of a job. It's game over.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's swap jobs for a week.
No, I don't want your job. And you couldn't do my job.
You don't know that. You can have your Huawei, I'll have your mic. We'll see how we get on.
All right, fine. It's a deal. Thank you very much, Nigel. Cheers. Nice to talk to you. I love it. When callers come on with a little set piece, and then I do my act, and they kind of rather grumpily just sit there and take it. Wait for it to finish. Anyway, my point. We've had a couple of those tonight who've not enjoyed the you're trying to catch me out. No, I'm not. I'm talking.
I know you.
I know what you're doing. You're trying to catch me out. No, I'm pointing out you actually just said you didn't finish the name, and there was that guy that phoned up to apologise. That went badly. You're trying to catch. No, I'm not trying to catch you out. You just said something that was wrong. I'm pointing it out. I have just tweeted a picture of Katherine.
I mean, you won't recognise it's me because it looks so professional.
It's blurry in the background. I can do it on my Huawei. Right? It's blurry in the background. That's it. They had David Bailey on Front Row tonight, the arts programme on Radio 4, which I've been on thrice, right? David Bailey. Come in, Paul. David Bailey doesn't like to be called a photographer. He thinks it's pretentious. Doesn't like to be called an artist. He thinks it's pretentious. You know what he likes to be called?
Bailey.
Yeah. That's not pretentious.
It's been going on since the 60s, that carry on.
Outrageous behaviour. All right. He's got a new book out. The cheap version of it, it's so heavy, it's a coffee table book.
It comes with a coffee table?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
Shut up.
The cheap version, have a guess how much the cheap version is.
500 quid.
£2,000. The cheap version. The luxury version, that's 22 grand. Now,
does he bring it round himself?
Mind you, them blurry backgrounds don't come cheap.
No, it's true.
I could do it on here, mate. I could do it on my Huawei. Do blurry backgrounds. Professional photographers, your gig is over. I can do a blurry background. It's over. We've worked it out. Good evening, Paul.
Man Ray, forget it. Terence Donovan stopped sending it. He's dead, I think, isn't he, Terence Donovan?
Terence took his own life, I think, didn't he?
Although he directed Addicted to Love, the video for Robert Palmer, didn't he? Brilliantly.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Because he basically turned up and saw the band, and in his way, he said,
they're all incredibly ugly, lose them, and he got in loads of models, you know.
Oh.
And that was one of those great 80s videos, wasn't it?
I worked with his daughter, of course, and but I never really sat and had a conversation with her about it.
He was a big old lad.
Yeah, this is what I've heard.
He was a big guy.
Yeah. How are you, Paul Ross?
Very well indeed. My last one of the week, so I'm looking forward to that. I know it's penultimate for you tonight, isn't it?
Penultimate. It's full moon tonight.
Yeah.
So we've had a load of weirdos phoning in.
And we're going to be talking about the Werewolf of Southend from 1987 from the Sun newspaper for that very reason.
No.
A chap called Bill Ramsey.
Yeah.
He apparently had some kind of seizure. He was always disturbed by the phase of the moon. In the end, a couple of American fraudsters, possibly known as psychics or paranormal experts, flew him out to America for an exorcism. So we've got his story on the programme for the full moon.
Is he still alive?
He's around. He's not talking to us.
No,
he's talking to many people.
Right.
I think, it was one of those Freddie Starr ate my hamster moments from Kelvin MacKenzie. The Werewolf of Southend, though, is just such a great front page headline.
Love it.
And we're also talking about a woman called Naomi Wiltzig, remarkable story, wonderful American woman, and her collection she left to a museum in Miami, which I've been to, opened in 2005. It's got thousands of exhibits, Picasso, Braque. It's the World Museum of Erotic Art. So we're crossing live to the Miami World Museum of Erotic Art.
The radio is not... No. This is a...
Blurry backgrounds, what?
This is a very
pages
classy...
stuck together, what?
Disgusting.
No?
I will be...
The World Museum of Erotic Art.
What time is
a must-see.
I will be switching off. That is disgusting. The radio is supposed to be a classy place, and that is demeaning.
All that and the usual old tosh. I've not said that for a while.
It sounds good. We're done.
Yeah.
For another night. Have you got anything you want to... We've got a minute to fill, is what I'm trying to say. Have you got anything you want to toss out there, Katherine?
Venomous hot chili sauce, which mimics a spider bite, will give you muscle spasms.
Oh! Yeah, go quick. Go on. Where's this? I had a hot Nando's today and I regretted it.
Scientific Steve's Venom chili sauce is for the more masochistic spice lover.
Yeah. This is like that. There's that sushi that you can get that's poisonous unless it's prepared.
Or the fugu fish. There's a Simpsons episode when he's not sure if he's eaten it or not, so he spends the whole episode trying to put his life right.
Yeah.
And then he survives and changes nothing.
Yeah, it's poisonous. If they don't prepare it 100% right, the people die.
At Simpsons, he gives the 3 greatest lines of advice to Bart, thinking he may never see him again. He said, these are the 3 lines that will get you through life, son. Good idea, boss. It was like that when I got here. And cover for me.
Great. Fantastic.
And then Bart says, this is good stuff.
This is it. That is it, dear listener. We are done. We will be back tonight at 10 o'clock. We got CJ from Eggheads coming in tonight, which is going to be a really interesting story. Really interesting story, actually.
Did he kill somebody?
Well, no.
Okay.
No, he didn't. But it's evolved into this big kind of myth that ruined his career.
Some in a canal in Amsterdam or
something like that. Anyway, Paul's up next. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Talk and entertainment across the nation.
Talk Radio.
Give it some lift.